that we will come back here and sit here, the same place, and criticize, say, Coach Nanyade. But now, assassin,
Bibian Koye beginning.
I didn't win now, just 4 months ago.
Carlos, Mamma says he formed
4 months ago.
Mamma says he
4 months ago, man, original. What you close to $100,000
every month.
Every month. It's 4 months.
Backroom staff.
For no eka. See, I'm no say. A care about quest at the Okra Ghana for Adrian Saddam Koso Hotel or
Dano. Now, baby,
Ghana for Adrian Saddam Koso. I see how the hotel also enjoy a crew, Philly Kakra. Now, yeah, be fine. And
say, oh, yes, the FA technical directory. A diner, yet former president, Demaise and Farmer. Coaches no
yet groma
so na akwesi apia
yet groma
aso mo do technical directory
yes yet groma na kromo ya team FIFA brace kase mfanya football okọ other nations omo di yema who say yes you can talk of Morocco now go to Namibia and see going to Namibia nyankwa go to Senegal.
Now pram one now
almost
Black Star players I bet
every day Black Stars players back Roma the hotel
pram means you pram FA president be aba no
more fire
what this guy
more fire
no
also jija ni because watch how she time I started FA coach so me coach Black Stars since Obaba nyina FA president be obia cause financial loss to the state
accommodation and anu ba ku bi ba ni aboka se mi lose wan yes wo ko na kai down
ni kakata e FIFA sika na wo de ba bebu ama ya football no
di tuatua ka
be tuatua saka no
na ye pam coaches ni etua compensation
ko Morocco first big first
Morocco cry on a CAF president CAF president what Morocco what
Mali Oma si babia national team bia say under 20 say man ko camping ho yet say football nation ene dey
good so what do you concern
see a football nation
you go watch there
yes because trust di maybe someone say coaches now enkofo han wo no so mo may adwuma mo no kotoko o han zito seji to may adwuma no o baby o place e car that car no dey e man
yeah
baye on say Carlos Cruz yaman cow
yes only
yaman car yaman body gas tiasemi assistant coach is there, but I don't dispute the fact that on Sem Fata and Yemeni nyina
there's a arrangement
but minor are we serious say that be one ebebe biemu no
your arrangement
be no
arrangement in the aye bi e wo hodada na omu asesa adwen omu asesa say ni arrangement
sikani ba no madi
we say your commission bi obi a ye koda ha obi be di animu commission kakra
yebe power coach we yet committee yebe power coach according to Henry Asantichum I'm supposed to committee
I have some feelings on how some coaches were paid our hotels or FA executive committee be and a hotel no leading na magiska
yet
conflict of interest
yet Shadia odi Capo midway sina watu aso ye back room ye o start adwuma enye ne o start adwuma e de o so nya ba bi aduti be de
beto adwuma papa bi abeto obamu akọ
yes
na me ba he na nka 2 years ko mi da so da hotel
na ubetimuka na ni obedi mayo musume that anu de am na mabafoforo we ba fufuro no
I so koda ba we so record we need FA for me na na hotel edu ba bi no na adwuma ni pia bi okay
what did I tell us
we need FA for
anyam yo If I'm bringing Capo, Capo may or Bata Juma, or Bata need to find a place for Capo to sleep.
That's what I'm finding.
My friend, me and I'm because of financial loss to the because no one will hear me. And I'm going to come to hear me. You feel like
I was your fire, but your mother trust the Amanano Pina or Bartan Wontumi studio, Sameza Bar Clinic, Daruma, and Anupe, dear area XTI, sexually transmitted infections, dear sciatica, and as a stroke, Canadian Kaunano, what do you bet Samens now for more? And sweat me up power no I have back clinic and I make a woman some day Amazomo and some air massage and I physiotherapy nano woman be a wokumasa socramanton obsida socramanton or bank hall and omudi Mondays to Friday 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and I feel Saturday no so and upon what tray and a player woman at 2 p.m. now from 0240826995 now what do come and nano pay ya quick na you come masa no de boy jumaye pa amase na wutie me na no pay na enema nkoye ensom na mfama wa wunya bia be bawo ye pema mpema gudie ensom na formation utimi starse otiaze starse no ensom na mfa ema wa na fresa wato bi onoma be mo utimi agina ye e won mpem na afro nioma ye kama ne ye week correction ni na be call adre abo juma 0240616061 utobia we dey for doctor obetro kwan a obefa so obenom no Serie A Clinic Limited doctor and a software rasta on ye was a glaucoma. And as a cataract and I tell this one is stroke and as a near your prostate kidney problems in no Serie A Clinic and some never train after doctors here to me abroad. Now Jumade ama doctor Tanase our quara sojana main market more domain club and Ebenezer preschool 0541565199 doctor Aja was be doing to quay now doc and wow about time.
High sense for the AC promo and so tonight 28th of April. Now we 8th of May. No be I come. Now we not the tennis license AC no. I papa ababwa. We na upgraded one and say ababwa. I'm a so dumb some at my new. I'm a bias at your come. We pay nesene I just 1.5 horsepower and on person I just 10 horsepower and also to pay upper split inverted and on person I just a floor standing I models Libya. We corner so kwajode. We packet one on person kesansan for. Some at me adibian so media ba to be kanako kojude sessions omudiano and some king kanya bebere entu dia no say obubarum enso to showroom sa Ghana ntomi ncho na no post to kojude yenko na to adia 5 years manufacturing defect warranty. We pay now per the son so. I'm so promotion about the 8th of May and to make a son work the everyday price for everyday people 302-450-0000. Next one almost truckers Alaska Star Enterprise and can check on a phone as a band original wallpapers, blankets, weapon 3D and a 5D natural design star. Work on us also network Kojodia. Maybe I come a band decorative waters and flowers and a pay when we answer to media bar, Bodum answer to a commercial doom. Then a Prudential Plaza and a Shema Mrs. Anati Plaza third floor and Kawasaki TikTok 1 man yawa. Yeah, boy, 0200 281080. Nelson answer truckers emulator supplement obeko puak vakati no akwa 3p garlic mixture and answer be now abo maybe akokame sense draw away vitamins and minerals woman and abom ni pedani sipi answer to mesita and to say bia asthma tetewa and tetel stroke and joya ja ojonsa what ya answer etimobo menstrual pains and nes tetel obi so no dabia dosin nan ayetiti obi so sana siacheme anase what I'm the police and campus watch and a prime so to Tumrekai. Waka Drobi and some 8 license chemicals of Bia, Waka a 3P Gallic Mexa 0248928824. National and Sweat Makasa. Now, Unimsa Congo Antwerp, if you're not only Company Limited, women and Sweat Media Bar. Now, Congo Antwerp Nebrow, a Bassabia Jarian out to Tuho, Coco and Arteto, the Atana Sabia Propo and I on Nina, or on Pabota. Nessa and Kamanya Fakwa. Sewata, Congo Antwerp and Babao, and what the true man comes to so, and a wiki Raxen and after premature ejaculation, and a free Bamaso. Now, only one the process comes to so, what Johnson Senator, what Johnson Tentamanato, what Johnson Sifitabi from Alba, and I'm post Abia or Johnson. Otipes Elma, Proslav Elbrow, I have contacted Natural Social, I was 0249 017101. Nesonum answer to a Ruta Natural product, answer it will just so limited Romo and a Diaba. Now, do a voice and Sabi, and some etmo come on so, and Nasabia Gonoria Syphilis, Brazil and a tetero, Nina Ebetia said Jama, a Bonisabia peptic ulcer and a tetero. Oh, a game to a social etmo Jama, Zaraman, wow, Sabia Bema to be near Gray on Pem, Bema Sinitaz, Miss Sawada Una Zaraman Capsusa, Ebetua said the Mahindi, Heba Mr. Nesset with Jasso, a bonnet malaria fever, typhoid, diabetes, and some etmetras here, but be a turn to a gun and turning Josh and Uncle, Noko Kojodia, 0246 3483349 and some etmacasa, Lawson Beverages Company Limited, Yanim Dr. Lawson that. And your name Dr. Lawson. Now the tennis of the Lawson Dilemon Butters. And I'm so to the bar. Now dread your and what does the giant? It's unfair. A boss be a Bema. Nessa Wagudia one Pablo scratches about Basua. And your Dilemon Butters and about wow. And what Dilemon capsules now. And I'm so to Bomana coffee chabo no bombers. I know about to wish. I just antimamia Dadeniano. I say about two and some atmedama for cholesterol. And I tell to and I feel Cocobia. And also eto ani nano and I'm also better to say Jamal maybe I told you Ghana bia okwa wo so sabeka the virgin doctor emi pani bi na so atma so 0248619999 so no more hasem atma kasa power specialist about hospital doctor ko se bia ya nie na wonu hepatitis B ya de pa na tete ho e sia na pose e betu ase fatty liver fibroid and pose kidney stones ni na no to se da manambom wonu se ebia ya heba mala mesim so atma ojaso na when to malaria say cough carbon make obowa and I'm also call and what you say bia also the Wontumi dia and I dey about to ko be di na bia akokama dia me boss dia maybe a time bia ko be dem hospital no mo ko benya ACP road power hospital bus stop on your and pokuma say you fair so so tukwa na so dia Johnson or record our nurse takrade and the estate ban tamawura banka me pato nurse me Oko, no Coco Soya, 024454442294 Akasaka.
Well, Yamran question of the day, no so and Yebusao question of the day is centered on Chelsea, but the Babasu na yabe doing komo sponsored by Dr. Amuzu. Wanona Darum Amuzu P. A name area draw beer. What name area said Gono Felix and Canada and a Hawadjuna Odianum and his Oben Drobi na Fabwa a man who be a member and so NUP Amanabwa a name area drew ni di Amuzu P and no komo any and a Dr. Babami doing komo da centered on the question of the demon project in Afi Yenin Kome na Yamfa question no and so Emre near her ne and summer and also I pese ye doing komo and an opinion who said a new Mexico say Chelsea 11-2021 UEFA Champions League final and you dropped to the to Chelsea 11 no now you see guess the mixing player or all said a new first 11 year that way Obehu and Mendy at a goalkeeping war Sixala Spliqueta Obenya Antonio Rudiger Obenya Silva one name Abranche Gorginho and Ngolo Conte Obenya Rick James and mixing Mantonom Kai Havertz and Timo Werner womanina game nemum another player ya can say bonkum so oshawa out music player B amixi ohwa why anasa game no start bonkum so the osha obe say we why what you bisa obata so won no bibia na Ghana phones won na
Kwame Mauli Benjamin nese post na se benchiwo anonos adiaba enox benchiwo Capitano boss anso se benchiwo Gregory se Marcos Alonso afi Frank Naroji se benchiwo AMG Mole anso se Chiwalo afi Gidi Brown kodama benchiwo 21 Ben in face is a year anso kodama benchiwo afi Mausa Anaka GH anso Marcos Alonso Samson ana Dessa Branta Sunshine as Alonso Erikus kodama Alonso afi John Abambila anso kodama benchiwo Alansan Isa as benchiwo Bro Kwame Samuel se benchiwo lo Samson ana Kwame Akofi afiwe anso se benchiwo refi ayamampo kwapem in the eastern region. I don't know, free or draw Nessa Klinsmann, as I say Emerson from Italy, and or Dabanafi John Abambila. I say, why are you not on your social media platform? You also, baby,
we do 24/7.
Yeah, we do.
Keep following Facebook now. Umaya Mose, no more the band Biaba. Tihone na bani yokoye by YouTube. Also Dibia. Enti Yancho na Fienri Dominic Chase Obata Benchiwo and what day about Patrick Nyako say Ben and a chiwo and one swatro a day a man anupe na wenso a yeteria kwame temperature. So the weekend edition of Wontumi Sports buffets loud and clear inside Dominic Crossing. Capo and about time on fire and one also a day a man anupe was a good morning Capo the Supremo. I'm up watching you live from Sari for Supremo Samila one fashion designer shop. Angolo Conte is the missing player there be me Bongolo Conte di wano ewomu ebi wote wasun ya beti Sharaf Abdul SA Benchiwo and Sharaf de Aba Patrick it's just watching the show live from Tamanu Town yada asesamo say Abdul Soboslai was here Benchiwo and Abdul Soboslai so de Aba Daniel or said Daniel Legends Rolex Texan. Okay, I was a Benchiwo and also de about Dachi GH and Dachi from Gomwa Poston is Benchiwo. Yet I say SOD and from a day amene anupe in Jumede so and to say my name is Martin Lofton. Watching the show live every day. Can we get some calls today? You people are doing a great job. Here we are sanim at the Famude and so amount men worry cry. Yeah, Banafia de Wonsam Eddie Abetwaso, every amone anu paper no Eddie for the Venti Kake woman no Yamre, not Yambetan Bertwe Coast no, Naira said the Yamansum ACL Codefa. Okay, your social media platforms, so the Chama now, okay, so no, maybe you're sending messages by social media. As we did, okay,
maybe I want to win.
So we did. We had a Faba and cry social media. I'm saying, if we cry producer Madrid baby on the fire social media.
Did also say I was a way no like ya no
was say there be a ban when your notification I want some now anyone for a drop you 10 us yes
no 10 us in the bar
yes
say the 10
yes in the 10 no and I was on 10.04 Intiane daso no fra mze afaja amanfo afamu de enu anwure ebe pema no penya sa afamu de anope na nyame adumoche na obese di hu adanse okay the other kind 95 hours BW50 C88 96C 95 hours the atmosphere BW50 C8B 402 13 O's BW50 C89 56C I know you're 9 O's the atmosphere 8 BW50 C8A 477 8 O's no the atmosphere last hour 5 BW50 C8A C3F 5 O's na men kai hona onwaye na bibia anye fine na inshallah minim say ye be dim so bibia be fine na bibia kama na ye kwamo no na Kubala Ken yase waba be du kroma Kubala Ken so the king of Kubala akoya oko Canada ya ozo oko chechere kuro we ya wo mo cheni ga akoya Ghana ni sisi wa be du omzo mu sunai okay iti omzo obechichiru cruise Ghana the king of Kubala okay
atichiri ye
so no obedini no Ghana sa brofo no zo mo mpre ti oba omena ba
ye kan ni na no you say as gold 04 omo 55 points
no omeba
we sure
oh yeah
or china omo Sky FC
they will come
oh be quiet
Karimzi to do
oh there to the
okay cobra yeah but near the amount in some to say Wontumi 101.3 Wontumi TV live on Facebook YouTube you please mama yanko foreign emre latest ni na you don't some emana no pay yankomra
Angwa Juma no you Yami Wohoda Se Uji Didia Obeya Juma I said no you Yami Wohoda Se Uji Didia Obeya Juma Ye bompaye Shamachi Shra Yehuwa Ilahenu Yehuwa Ekat We ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika luvika Uvika naveshika Uvika miyodika Tode Yasak in English in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Madrid for a game of Basso and Rajana, Paru Madrid for Pa, woman and so a game of the Red Betis Savo, and a day a Briny, and Massa game no, and Red Corso, and my 1-1, and I know, and so let me Basso a day in a Saleh Tassinano, and the Air Pani and Sandra Madrid for woman El Quaquaya Jumana for Prince, woman and sweating my close gap, Nemum, and Red Gamino across on a Madrid for woman the kind of Bogo, Edika Vini Junior, and a Bogo, Edika de Manu Madrid Bobocono, and no any project maybe a Vini Fat Boy, and so Bakumi no ma go pay you by a ma, one and some Natia so ma go esuye, as the Emma Madrid and himself here, Madrid for my talk or so aboard and let's go. I'm a game and some letting me acquire boya, echo 90 minutes, I'm a referee, and so at the bit so 90 plus, and Hector Ballorin, Hasna Foy, one former player and some Nateka, at the Emma Timmer from Red Betisa, yet on some day and do acquire, one and some Nefas who say Guane Adriapa, Yara and the projection acquire, one fast from that woman Canino, and you're doing some Deba Manuel Pellegrini boy, and some Tonite of a pay, and he said a city and non wasapa, and Hector Ballorin, Anateka, of the Emma Timmer from Red Betisa Villa, you didn't get a son something I know, I want some Deba Madrid for now, Omu Lucy game, no man run a Madrid for Obacasa lack, answer my woman fan, or a Madrid go, I will say a refugee offside, Mame Trent, Alexander Arnold, Bola, or connected Edeman Mbappe, Amade Toneta, referee at the offside now to say, Papa connection, and so ya Juma, wait, January, not Bona, Alexander Arnold, and then a night sheppy boy, and some going Chamuna boy, a cotton Mbappe, and no Botoneta, my referee, and somebody Salah Yana to Sandra, now Madrid for lack any idea, a woman for number one should be a pass in the free buyer, Rebebia, and Arnold, a Bono, Edeman Mbappe, Massa, they will see a chepe Bono, and some other banner correct, passing here correct, brutal, I know any Rebebia, Unia, and some like a born in you, and in the second Bono say you bought it by a buffan in Chemu Massa, Travella and the Satamania Bobon say, how you see French Chemu say, and not Bono was so to be the Bono, and some mercy play and so they to born in you, and you're doing some other but after sir, you're game on Trent and after Jude and Rudiger, and I come and finger and na Omu and some referee Bonapay, na Omina Tiago from Nase, Atessa, Suamiapa, Ninian Sana, Como Judy Senra, Nankomu Farin Tenra, Uniamo, and a death from Mutumisa Rawanano, and so to me a buyer doing some at them all. Now, when you say about us and Anra, mother from Omu Pilai, after sir, Madrid team nom, Omu show Afro Bass, na one Macono, so what has na bro, Massa, Woma Bre, Omuti go, and I say win at na Mumu Yawe, Nanra. And yeah, woman demand replace na tempa. Or said and Madrid support a section of supporters no woman ya bra. Na omunya happy about Enra Niama and also of course in January woman echo from Bass Nina no na ya dear say ha any supporters and so a D boys here terminating no ya dear say omumatemo and some 90 man koy in Chano Ayaniama and so to me cross one Nina no ya don't some deba Enra edu game no baby na on say Mbappe coach ni Mbappe na Mbappe na ono ma sign because ha na Mbappe e ka che coach ni say on change no enti o che o resede na e the sign no e ko our bench wa na Mbappe e ye sign I say no I say ref coach no and so to my son that I want some day back less than 2 months na World Cup do Mbappe e ball La Liga e bom at my Real Madrid or say think about the World Cup and no e nkoma e from my day na Alvaro Aboloa wo bu busan after the game Mbappe situation it say was say ono de won some Mbappe sofa kakra na wanya discomfort o game into action na Mbappe ya na chase Mbappe no ontimi and continue game na no can be and Mbappe right to the coach no and to dana according to reporter Bani Tresa and hamstring no I left in the nine no I see bonkum ni emwa do into reporter Bam so Tresa and no and I confess Mbappe and some nine no hamstring and so to ba load no more na our left in some anu nkoma in front of my debate and 70 play by Mbappe ever trust can I heard the extent of the injury Mbappe and some liberty anu nkoma in front of my debate Obama me coach na Alvaro Arbeloa Real Madrid coach na no do 3 minutes our press conference room and our answer few questions and we sorry and we because they say when bibia come Alvaro Arbeloa any explanation and I'm a Real Madrid supporters and after team no and Anwa woman tell a press conference no or like stay for 3 minutes or do 3 minutes and was some of the German see or your questions no answer here and on some sorry I know I am comma from my table and some pay them with him some in the last 10 games and as Real Madrid are failing to keep a clean sheet our 10 league matches from my boy in a row way a first time let's see since 2004 and a Real Madrid bought 10 league games women to be clean sheet pause Madrid caught 10 matches in a row. Now Wontumi keep it clean sheet where for the first time since 2004 and as a record the Equator Real Madrid you don't some Alvaro Arbeloa say in the winning rate our Madrid I 60%. Say and no phone adeba way I at the West since Julien Lopetegui at the SC 2018 say one of some Nababesoma records in the sand was say records and the Madrid or the no Toto and the Xavier Alonso and one just Alonso about 34 games or we need 24 and lose 6 and after what draw a move 4 who compared to Alvaro Arbeloa Diano I had 23 games or we need 14 and lose 7 I draw 2 I know I said in the start of the city at the Alvaro Arbeloa yade I won't come and some Matema Narope and we into my dear so Madrid I really 1 out of the last and the 6 matches woman ball record no answer and yet rumor the now Omuguta 1 out of 6 games and last games when Matime Bohake is there so what as no demand Omukole for different manager as one mayor to my Jose Mourinho I am manager and say yeah because the Mourinho didn't their fancy and the kind of update about Jose calling to be Real Madrid Omu and some manager now reporter and after sir and we lose as a buy any near say assessing of supporters almost say Womu manager I will bet me Abahanto the dressing room come at I'm a Madrid Omujiri say Jose and then Mourinho and a bet me I said as I'm a Real Madrid I don't want something as the Alabama Madrid legend I often say Guti Wakasa Nadia Guti and they have to done say oh a man for calling for Jose a man for so and a Jose Madrid to my not Jose Jose coffin about then I see Jose our Benfica then I who now to bet me I can say Mourinho near him about 10 years ago and I said yeah when him Jose Mourinho 7 years ago no and yes Jose and no at this moment Jose do the peak level be by and now be about Jose D Jose our Inter Jose our Chelsea Jose our Madrid na ayo no more this time we bet me I can say Jose no and madam so perform pa and to mum manager me be competent we bet me ya do correct and am Real Madrid na fe munja Jose Mourinho nsami and no aye the Guti and to the do some no and some not Alvaro Arbeloa was enwa ore and a goaler Robert is akwasaya na a clear foul what you say na a clear foul and also foul on Monday one more foul Monday and so na go no kra no and no ekotona tintini no was a referee problem and a war referee one said that would see and sana mbia would go yi and some Maria Martin tene one on some na say referee I do something no at the Eba na Madrid say wouldn't say Madrid say omo consider last minute pa omo game against Osasuna Usha on the 90th minute omo conceded goal against Real Mallorca. Omo conceded 95th minute against Bayern Munich. 90th and 94th minute Madrid conceded against Alaves. 93rd minute Madrid conceded, and after Real Betis 93rd minute no Real Madrid asa conceding to say Madrid bobo kona bana last minute omo conceded and some no why don some no as the Barca team no na me aya aduma na omo ne hetofi and again Panisa Barca winia 11 points and jay omo pejam our league table no so ya don some so dey ma say we said omo league table esitia Barca 82 points omo edasro Real Madrid 74 omo etosumienu and Barca be boba one also ebetimi akoda soro soro koda wada na mo obetimi atwe points num na adenom nso ya over ade ama Real Madrid aya don some no benegama eboso no referee aya Fernandes Hernandez and Mainso one na di and afi one so rese center and yama bako kama and afi VAR referee no aya Ignatius Villanova one and some ana VAR ade ama game and ebetimi abaso ade ama Barca wo game mo anso ese kwambia so wo na etefe ade ebani adon some no and the Emma Stadium Colinso Manfredo Perez na Rafinha reporter man say yeah to say obe return na me aya aduma on the 10th of May and obeba na afi ya se ne nyama anso mo be se akọ na game de nya de se ne obetumi aboy ya se ne against Madrid our Clasico and on some lebetumi abetuna tuma ya don some at the Emma na no fe say Real Madrid SS Espanyol na se ne omo game o mebo omo next game against Espanyol so omo say na Barca say hetefe ne na Barca esa so Osasuna reporter ban say Clasico on the 10th of May say Barca in a draw cry wo Managerial league title and on kakra free and so na te ba ya te and 7 nyina no and so adema na no pe e ntuma bi so na Lamine Yamal wono MVP na waje ye ye kan La Liga man team no no abaya the third timer the first time in the history of player and so imagine 3 times in a single season I just say we said that we see kwakudai and so namademo konkan La Liga no ma don 7 nyina no at Lamine Yamal ana hansa flick ya to that was ya kranom pressure I want so we say age our D na also ball our ball na we say we see questions ya na ba and then so press conference about and Lamine Yamal nyina no e chesa kranom pressure and so on so na Lamine Yamal say bibi affecting affect obia and the only some voices around Lamine Yamal too much because boy no say oye mistake back home and I say bia obobo na Yamal nkoye one match obe una man fast started na obi abonadwene enso na le chela mi yama na onya de ana boy awo boy esese onya bola wo jemu ntam ogina ball no so che ene nkomo ne de do so pa na ni nyina mu no ana ware tu da sese de enu ma si kom ane se de sitie ni nyina no ene so tresa pressure e wa akra no so bi kwa anu a edi Lamine Yamal etim aya de a ese mu se ni age no oya koda o so de Lamine Yamal toto Vinicius Junior ana se Mbappe wo be mistake because ono afei anu 18 years ya kase we be dinchene e wa asase so at the age of 18 ekono afei ana be dinchene ye pentakodai sanchiri die krafe no asate fa test oti ase entimonya botram enso ma kodai eno eye manager nkoma wore ya to dana nyina mu no wase World Cup ne die dan akodai enso ebe ready enso eko World Cup bi abra wono so pro man for yeso wase ebe do World Cup na akodai enso na ho etimi atono eno eye nkoma eno afimu ateba Rafinha enya available and for the game and Ebaso Nemum or same as Mark Bernard enya available Rafinha and some enya available and Koma and also across and 170 at the Ban also Barca squad when we at the room and we one Garcia when we room was season account be and after Allah when we squad when we call Cancelo nom and after Balde Ronald Araujo nom Kubarsi Gerard Martin Jules Kunde and after Abrancha Alvaro Cortis and after Xavi expert woman no and some Remo and Fifli Gavinier Ubena Pedri Ubena Femene Ubena Calzado Dani Ormo Frank Dion woman no and some Legend Nimo Ferran Torres and after Lewandowski Ray Marcus Rashford and Ronnie Bargi woman players and coach Ebeyim 11 now for Tomo and some Gamer Nami Atuma no Ebetimi Abaso and no I had to form a deba and news no no all over Spain udu and a Barca and afe Catalan Madrid and afe Bia na tablet team omo report Mundo Deportivo da Marca Coacrata womo report say Julian Alvarez na ade say busuan ahwehwefie enso ewo ne Barca kromo say the ban man so be kama na ni nyina mo no report aba ne say ene agent anopo waba be di na story and also mba say enra non say the man for report Mundo nom ewo omo front page and after Damasa and a Kurakata movement no more report lectures akudaya busuan ahwehwe dan ewo Barca kromo nti ama Barca move no and so mba so no agent abakasa no player and say what deny story ne chese 1,000% false na say no crab bia so mbenim say ne wo mo hwehwe dan and so ya tese ne ewo Barca ekromo nti no ayen koma Julian Alvarez no efina so yen so mateba do nsam no at the Atletico Madrid eye utia so say almost Thiago Almada Robert Abanis almost offer biaba wometimi agya player yi amanako adan a won say Thiago Almada no say o yesere nyaman so nwasi kwakochi and consider no say or priority and so e wo team no interest reporter Abanis team bi abana sikane ya wo mu ebe say Thiago Almada wo meja no kwan na so no so nwatimi akọ na Thiago Almada nkomo ya eno banama Diego Carlos Simeone manager from Atletico eboboko no amanfo criticize La Liga as a La Liga ubu Champions League La Liga of the players be now do La Liga do Champions League now what parade do first 11 as a distort La Liga no and what you to das one way coach ya feda juma eso nya juma what team no emumienu and after juma ordino or La Liga or Copa del Rey or Champions League as a rotation and some never into Casembia or undermine La Liga and all prioritize in the Champions League idea one ya dream or compete in our competition till the end of the season when in our boom and no iron coma what they are to them the sun come and so at the man out of play latest ring and all you don't some and so the man out of prayer and as a metano latest a few at the Leba Atletico Name Aya Dumo game no and also never basso Omani Atletico bow and a day a bunny and as a metana samata and no boss on mame bow manager and Nesto Valverde what they are to what defended Diego Simeone and Atletico Madrid na a man from the Walking and his Atletico team no woman a terrible saddle adaya was the OS said yeah woman games STA Europe and I feel La Liga numa woman time and no account be players he woman bought no more try no be a free more and no account be them be own say no woman do a full team and so ball and the La Liga no and no iron coma what they are to the nina account be to us and no one said that in Mintuma Carlos Simeone ebe you see and the gamer and no pass because of Champions League woman and some that woman ever ball and no I had so on my deba do some no a deba and Nesto ade atudo say and the team no more bono wo betima Europa and the champions and no ayedene what them atudo do some no and so a deba for Bayern Munich so what us no good news at the moment because PSG woman now resting weekend on say woman previous games from boy at Liverpool ni ade also woman settle our in the French Liga woman rest weekend echo ball midweek game no more report about say woman trust and Bayern Munich so what us no ready and the money beje because PSG and then woman game woman ball na said yeah woman answer na 2 days 3 days at the arrest no ready I just say woman answer the game woman ever ball our semi final no I just say weekend no rest for them and no I kakre fu what they do something no and some what them na no for into me so na Vitina was started ama say me tesa ne nine no ni fanom was started oguso training and kakra na the one and say Vitina dia no individual training and a PSG one and some player no guso was started na waduma na nyina mu no the warm up now for the game we say no we ebetimi aponemo ya hwese no club no and some never has a player no and we bet me akwa ade amano so the brand progress no ebehu level and also na do and no team doctors no and I report the training our ya ne dey favorable and some no training camp no ayen koma if you on my day by do some no and so adeba udu sanaba straza report I ban say Bayern Munich so Leonard Carl report ban say also what training Emma no recovery enra come up Sanaba Straza and good news and some not a maternity reporter and said the long and short sprint and why our training or dribble passing drills our training grounds for now a good one and why na game against Man Senate come back on Tuesday in the team IFN PSG Salamat Carl and so betting Panafe Wababa didn't do my dem and once me and so at Bayern and after Stuttgart Womu a DFP for car gamer and Ababasuni Atesa Bayern and Stuttgart our Berlin Olympic Stadium or Omunabese home JC and no I telephone Mateba Temete and it's a Bayern for the Ball Kopai and their home and their dressing room now Stuttgart woman so aqua that way and the dressing room and no air kakra Baname Tesa Bayern for no one match here so what has the East stand on one better now one match here and after so what tester woman so office Stuttgart Tababano one position or more around and the marathon gate I want you say the woman some never position woman I want some Bayern Munchen one game and the Airbus no Juna Uzbek or no them Junas bet them at the Amomo Stanisic Ababachi Kim Ababo Aito Alfonso Davis Joshua Kemichinom Young Goreska Michael Olisi in Diaye woman you know some Major Guerrero and Nicholas Jackson woman you know bet me start and the game na dem na commentator na unim say reporter a free German Alban said German 2006 and the World Cup ever so was here Berlin now no say our Berlin and Montenso and the other cities are Germany now reporter men say can say yes say the federation I want to say once again on assassin so na Wembley no manager Bienwa wako Wembley akwakodi juma ewo ene Wembley ho etem Pep Guardiola aye Zozen club and about closer aye 6 appearances and one some onyana the anya ewo mu ati always said no Messi kwa Guardiola no eba no Wembley dia obwakra na Pep Guardiola was say Umusan is the favorite trophy Wembley and was in 1992 the first Champions League with Barcelona memories are the re-entering fida and after 2011 Wembley Barca and the Manchester United and also idea the re-entering fida and after FA Cup against Manchester United Wembley and also our idea a sate a renge our natural pantua Wembley 92 against Manchester United Wembley and year 2011 memories against FA Cup Manchester United Wembley to memories in it I guess some very more I know I am some manager and some other to Rodri Egusum manager now confirm say I guess Rodri Egusua Juman Kakaka Nebum and I just say one match against around no what Bobby on taking risk on Rodri and I am some manager and they are to be doing something you know at him but a Pep Guardiola was say Arsenal and say was say Arsenal game no na so demanding because game na intensity and after pressure no game no more now no and some letting what trust what game kakraka we na 3 days later o ko Wembley I just and you remember brebe call team as a manager and you do one there wo mu guso mo ye o mo manage time and anyama mo so mo rasa nyama betimi akokama na wo mu say as a rent time fear deal Oba Manchester City at DLC first season and I know Obroso our press conference room and my man for the Pep Guardiola ono kwano no dear at DLC first season out by come and then you may be as memories that be a sato right and what you do as a woman jumano it is a politics was a football it is a politics masa rent time fee politician there be another won tokwa so ekwe be fa so solve problem ekwe be fa so akon tokwa ne sanwema strategy san wo mu coach wo mu etie enti we manager wo rent time finwema why it is a politician Pep Guardiola eni
to deal or subjects.
Recently, you've referenced things that happened back in your first season, back in 2016, like Nolito, and there was a moment with Gundogan at Chelsea. Why do those things stick out with everything that's happened over the last 10 years? Why do those moments still stick out with you?
Because I have a good memories. I don't forget. Are really good. Because there are things too obvious. Too obvious. So that's why. But always don't think I am all the time living with that. So I have that, but it's forgotten. But otherwise, we will not achieve what we achieve if we are not focused what they have to do. Always I said many times, managers like politicians, they have a lot of wars to deal or subjects to deal. You have to choose which ones it's worth the other ones. It doesn't matter.
Recently, you've referenced things that
happen. As well to say what the to dry at the Awesome Pino as the Baraska, one and a pop gajola, near common pop, no, or said the near Messiqua, a journey them say, a day I'll be the update Tama fancy, a proso, a Diamasa City for air contact, a Senka, pep gajola, and Jumana, Enzo Maroska, about the take place, say, one more trust a conversation, a do us up a high level, and woman do as I say, when we assess a pep. Jumaiwa, woman the Anso Maresca, about the Jumaimu, not for no Ayatua, so said a Benjama, and some Libertina comment to say, Anso Maresca, the level after say, or reason from Chelsea, and Yatamra do, as I say, on also Ebenya Juma, and so Timaya, Pep Gajola, a Jumay and watch Animusene, when Anso Libertina Kofana for Juma, none Yamaya come a World Cup, they say, World Cup of Wyatt Day, Osha said their prices, and some message a ticket, what they acquire final. And after the semi-final, any idea? No boy a day pa na purpose. One of the Onimsa World Cup do baby na a for countries of water so countries are one call World Cup and kaya fun at the mass of water sa one echo be because I call World Cup I need at the moment as I said I see Kasem no bomb I day I am very expensive yentie Pep Guardiola on World Cup ticket prices are they say a man who so will stretch the move kakra yentie no
to play there. And
there's been a lot of discussion about the World Cup tickets and really expensive tickets and like $90 trains. What's your kind of opinion on that?
Before I remember now the World Cup, years ago, the World Cup was like a celebration of the joy of football for the nations go there, and everyone traveled all around the globe, you know, for other continents to see your country, to play there, and everything was affordable. No, modern times, right? So expensive, but I'm not, you know, I'm not there, so I don't know the reason why. So hopefully they can think about it and make football for the fans. So of course you have to think about the sponsors, you have to think about all this kind of stuff, because otherwise it will be not sustainable. Everybody knows it, but so fans are the key. The key for this
and no iron summer what you are to just water see I will move echo game ya year so de amomo and no I dear friend my dear Bamami Komo woman club president friend of my one Soaso na ono kasa afa in a Fabregas rumosa and no koso and a Fabregas Chelsea team yi woman ya no fano amana be adwuma na club president to the dia to that news no dia circulating our Italy Gazzetta dello Sport and other tabloids to Mercato Webnum and the woman report news our Italy and the other and to that some manager no our coach Adema Komo say ya reporters who be coach Chelsea na Nigeria and onwa because coach team I feel Komo obian pamo obian kan Chelsea dwumi obeje na say o coach Chelsea na so Nigeria and na ya wasem no the club president ade ama Fabregas and what to that Fabregas say so what dwen say be coach Chelsea na say ne what take decision o omo de omo hawo o ma wakọ because o free west the obezo ye bia no onso mo betimi aye no the club president in coma what they are to the Fabregas nankasa when in future and what to that a bit crazy to think about another move same here one coach Komo yaso and Chelsea pam wo coach into no and beto aso madijuma ade amatim e Chelsea was it that you or think the next 5 games I can Italian Serie A na obebono or say what the team I from Como ebeko Europe now for the first time was set a record as a first manager what the team bought European competition and we are the back and also I want my dream Montano I am Koma me say Francis Fabregas what they are to drag them I want some deba now Lampard and so any on say Lampard qualify Coventry City what omo League in one also Chelsea omo prospect because Fabregas about Chelsea Lampard about Chelsea Lampard no kware wababi da ba coach ankoye na omo tire say NBA obetimi asabe ya adwuma no edem ama Chelsea on joining Chelsea as the new head coach. I will say Chelsea are a big of the life pa Chelsea fire be wa bought Chelsea as a team we must have an opportunity amana be di dwuma. And so our team no this moment today was it Coventry City almost about us no we mu ayata no brutal ono so yata we mu enti omo pese omo enjoy a moment and together enti for now no there we coach Adema Coventry and no ayan some of them not to do doing some no Adeba na Chelsea almost sporting directors no na say Paul Stanley no omo maka Jayat say almost this time no pressure we must omo take and the pressure beyond cover coach biama amanu kofa sem bia mo honjeze de emze baby adena dunu omenya abotre ento mo say a huge moment say adunu omo rush for a new manager omo bese omo taking the right at this moment terabaya omo san kofa manager biama enye Liam Rosinia semo eso mo pay a competent coach omo ebetima be dijumate ama Chelsea the Blues adon some no adem leba na say Liam Rosinia de Chelsea players no say the man of fancy catch us a bropa boys no edu baby no more person manager no and some neko na on say manager and ko be dijuma ko as a players see wo mu everything no good and I say wo mu the fair way and some manager and the player be anyone say one some twete elder and the manager I say now wo mu da so na show many special go for me no Marco Kurela and Enzo Fernandes san go for me no answer na ko interview ba ko so Madrid ba ko so Barca wo mu mienu anso enie ayate awonsam ate manase nkofo we de wo mu no manager wa Chelsea after some manager anso na call ni nyina no enkoma efu mu de ba na say McFarlane one manager our church ate ama Chelsea team no na ono so asem bia wa kade enze wo say Enzo Fernandes na wo Pedro Neto Joe Pedro womu at the right position you will get results on the winning games at the amount was in Enzo Fernandes Pedro Neto Joe Pedro nasa ubomu at the right position they win games for you nasa or tresa the boss na onye adwumani ye ana san ensom na city questions a man from ebusano no na omubusano say then trigger ema mo manager aye fen Liam Rosinia wo mu jane kwan ema ne ko ye wo betimi aboyen komo e press room am ye nkomo cross the ne enu am city manager iba ye ebe bo adwuma we an assistant or allow na won kan backroom staff for ema ne jiutum ane we adwuma nyoma ba na trigger ye ema manager enso kwan wo so no de Wontumi emedi san common petemu amo biante de kwanamom wo mu game against Leeds United and no na obeso do commenti central forum omo force no wede toa no de atoa omo beso omo nunu na amane ka asem na so coach ne so ogina ba bi ogina woni nkomo bia di efa Liam Rosinia eho
they are how do you put them right?
Yeah, it's not my place to say what's gone wrong or what's gone wrong or what's gone right. It's my full focus is on Leeds. Massive game on Sunday. So all I am thinking about is Leeds as a team, weaknesses, strengths, our strengths, our weaknesses, and how we're going to prepare for that game. It's literally all my focus.
You say that you don't want to dwell on what's gone wrong, but you're part of that coaching setup where things have gone wrong, and unless you know what they are, how do you put them right?
I didn't say I don't know what they are. I said I'm not going to discuss them today. And all our focus is on is improving the team performance for Leeds United.
When you had the job last time, you talked about the respect you immediately got from those players, having come up from working in other parts of Chelsea. This time you have been in and amongst them, and there's clearly a disconnect between what's gone on with the players and the manager before. So have you had to have a clear the air meeting? have you drawn a line under it? What have you said to them about the past, where you are now, and what you hope for the rest of the season?
We haven't had a clear the air meeting. We have got the group focused for Sunday, spoken about the game plan and how we're going to approach the game both in and out of possession, and it's really important that we have a real focus for the game on Sunday. We can't be thinking about anything else. What's gone on in the past doesn't need to be spoken about. It's just everything geared towards Sunday. Yeah, it's not my place to say.
Into Sunday match, and also against Leeds United, Chelsea coach, and I do a Baula Maxtivao, a Travo, a Dinani, and so much of so Nimano, a Krana Greaser, Obesa, or Okonya, conservative and the treatment, Beya, and Yamanso Abe Kamade, Amanino, on Pesa surgery, Ababa, Obesene, Womo Ashana Saraban, Hobaton on Pesene, Womo the Sekai, and Sobacano, and no, I am Koma, if you are there, Bana, Charlie Adam, and dia to the Chelsea team no esamode Antonio Rudiger esan eba ema no be ginachire machiro ho nyunu papa chiro ase ne pipe bi a pipe ta ne enso nyuna ne nyunu monfa ene Rudiger ema me adwuma no wo say Rudiger e phenomenal no kra no wonim the reason why Chelsea eja Rudiger ema Rudiger enso kwa ne mo say team obeto Rudiger and aso ye hu hwenye ye Madrid focus on player ebe dem so be and a player and I saw better make player no na do better na kan say Dumra some Sante Rudiger and some na bana so better Juma and no aye telephone ma deba Rooney I got Bruno Fernandes as a PFA player of the year would say Juma wa bonafi as a one PFA player of the year and some na Rooney I got Bruno and some say a very huge privilege at the amano our conversation among for kan Premier League and I feel do Adalix no month for Bonnie Deans. I feel a bomb day as we really and the Premier League player of the end also. Sir, a Juma bonus we really one also Nani Abechepa and I am come out them not to draw. You're doing some bonus and say Kaki to Abi Nanka Manchester United last summer and also another Crapa office left in Saudi Arabia and so a buy huge offer a buy now office and a buy and where consulté na nipa ba ko ni din koma ye wifi ama okache wifi say wifi sika benyo we if Saudi Arabia ana aba yen koje ana yen stay ana ni wifi busa ni say ope sika obeso ye billionaire ana say achievement a open wi say wonsa kan wi ana okache wifi say debut and was okay so wonsa anka achievement enwe dia Uko sika aya dan sika ye nya bi wo ha enti wife e ka che no so anyway one and the wife with the same mind the wife and no with the same adrenaline and just we must stay and no can be anama on so antimi anko because we achieving the dreams and so anyway and no I am come out day to do say obeso win Premier League and after the UEFA Champions League no and then the target you bet you Bruno Fernandes when Rooney a conversation
if the club are at the point where we were struggling and we needed something to get back in positions we wanted to be. Obviously, I never hide from that. I want to win the Premier League. I want to win the Champions League. I never hide it from that, and I will never hide. I might do it. I might not. That's part of football. But I stayed at the club because I think I still have something that I can give back to the club. Not just because I'm going to be the player from Man United or the captain from Man United. Just because I think I still very able of helping the club to get back to that positions and to get what I wanted in the first place when I came to the club. It's difficult when you hear a lot of things coming. Obviously, the Saudi situation with the money, that was a lot, and all these things. In my head was about to stay in, but the words of my wife of like, have you achieved your dreams? Have you achieved everything you wanted? And that small things that she said made me understand that okay, she's in the same page as me. What I was thinking is not wrong. Let's try it. Let's keep trying it, and let's see where this takes me.
You always have to listen to your wife.
Yeah.
I'm forward. Obapa. A man be a good idea, but he may usika bo groma ebefa. Okay, yeah, man, if you come ever fadie, and I am come boss Michael Carrick abaye no na omunyini as at this moment oko table no so Manchester United ba occupy third position our league table no so na ni nyina no coach no and so ba ane adwumanto mo bo coach no abasom ane Michael Carrick and obana baso Bruno Fernandes no na on Ronaldo was say a very good say no omo enso ebe World Cup no be wrap up Portugal ebe wrap up the World Cup with CR7 and then dia omo hwe no say the Ronaldo give you a lot for football and team as we are say and so the kakra Ronaldo nti komusha winning the World Cup no kra no ebe something special for Portugal and then come from no de mama Bruno na mama ni t-shirt no am say Bruno a fan of Ronaldinho nti o t-shirt say Bruno na Ronaldinho and the Barcelona jersey our the ball opportunity ni sa ball na we sa year o show ya na say Bruno Fernandes or a fan of any Ronaldinho or Ronaldinho as a bar and then the friend Mateba didn't send me pay and so at the bad one in the town man for way or the next Ronaldinho and I'm motion no na unim say Ronaldinho ya wakasa wasi a do movement as a Brazil Federation Brazil coach Carlo Ancelotti mudi Neymar echo World Cup was him Neymar this moment and as a more say mudi Neymar echo World Cup because Neymar no ma be bra obetimi ade amo minor and Ronaldinho and so at the to the Ronaldinho koma one so letting and was what the respect aba my coach Carlo Ancelotti one a selection nemo on the trainer train and no I come from Mateba because William Estivao and so Epra says Estivao Pradia na some de in the branch of friends Neymar and so na ko say Neymar ya fit na William Estivao and to World Cup Libya as some de Neymar e ko say Neymar wo from Estivao Prana Neymar anya 41% chance as we bet World Cup because Estivao anya fitter yet a report every Brazil and some coach never consider and a branch of friends Neymar and then good news of free Neymar so yeah and some Mateba Bukayo Saka report and urban say coach of friends Arteta and ya to just Bukayo Saka no Oba returning weekend against Newcastle. I tell some Oba returning and no good news at the Arsenal Bobo could say Arsenal league title and why day. Na Yabusa manager Arteta say young come Emo Biante title challenge. And also 5 games to go. Hey, I got 5 matches. Na yako na wadu come over free. Yebetim Arteta was still Omaya charge for the title. Yentino.
Last week that the reaction of the players in the dressing room, they felt even more convinced that they can create something special and win this league. What did you see then and this week that maybe has reinforced that idea within yourself?
The same, that the energy raised, the belief raised, I think the clarity what we have to do, it cannot be better. 5 games to go. Tomorrow, game 1, all in. Let's go for it.
Last week, can I just go back to last week that the reaction of the players in the dressing room?
Arteta say we are say we are convinced adie bi ho a na o gidie eso betima ya adie bi your special energy any aura bia e ba ho bo e be boa e ma enuama nso ye kama we are important of belief and mentality and wakabum asna coach here okay intene
understanding that everything is possible and you really have to earn it, you have to stick to it, and if you are convinced that you can do it, there is an energy, there is an aura that is going to push towards that happening. Well, and understanding that everything is possible.
There is an aura and energy to push you when you have belief, when you are convinced to do something. I know I am some coach, you know, and the Atuta Gabriel Martinelli as a do time as Arsenal players, you know, when we come over, no more throw our Arsenal history book. We call books, you know, dorsal books, you know. Also, na history book na Premiership and a Champions League. So book no as a as a players.
When we came back, it's just full belief in ourselves, and we didn't get to this point being top of the league and playing a good football because of other people, and it's because of us and what we've been doing the whole season. So we know how to get there, and we want to win the title. We want to put our names in the history of the club. So we're gonna just try to do the same, and in those 5 games, it's gonna be even more. So as I said, everyone believes in ourselves inside of this football club. So we just have to show this on the pitch and just give our best for this badge.
Eno nkoma odi aba omo give you omo best to the badge no Gabriel Martinelli Mane Bernardo Silva ni entourage no reporter ban so ma ofane to Real Madrid eno good news enso de Bernardo Silva and afeni entourage na de nkoma de pino enso de Emma na no pewe ntuma je so UEFA Champions League Benfica and Real Madrid player ya fele Gianluca Cristiani on some on Vinicius Junior issue and also Benny UEFA for no omo de ban by 6 matches and Omodemano a completing one MO3 a suspended ban and Omodemano for the next 2 years or Yema and Oba activating to about 3 now 3 are suspended and come from Madeba Jibrosisi reporter man some Popova and Nasan Jason Damasisi and so at that Popova and so I say and come from Jibrosisi and so I say at Debate and some Pino and from Anna Slot and Captain Jones issue no they are to playing time player no and some Liverpool coach na kan sembe bre e dia force no and the manager player no buy and you man so kokamonya bi ball na ni nyina mu no ye betie manager no nkoma wadi na ono so kire se ni goalkeeping department e se Liverpool a problem na Alisson no say o ya se the new Messi kwa o face a fitness test ana o ya se the new man so Messi kwa we mu goalkeeper no bebre Mamas Dashvili and so adia no e ho ono so onye capable na say onya available a tight choice goalkeeper and Liverpool adam remu e wo game na anu Freddie Woodman wono ana say the new be kama and so the ama player no na goalkeeper no against Crystal Palace because Mama Dashvili out na Alisson out and some goalkeeper tight choice no Freddie Woodman one said also supporters no Monta Freddie echi obetinya da jumani di ama Liverpool eni nkoma if you Bamame ene Brahma nearly come from Juventus player and reporter ban say premiership teams ni bebre enya Brahma omope na mo reporter ban say player no so abezo stay na o renew no contract ade matime fene Juve eno ayen come from no Deba Juve I show interest Goncalo Ramos PSG and some player and reporter ban say we mo say omo ebe secure player no eno so a long deal for the striker and the dem and some play Deba no latest if Juve eba Inter and some Manuela Kanji on the some permanent deal and some Manuela Kanji and no Inter Milan reporter but do no obligation a 15 million euros and no some lebetime to an afi we mo a permanent deal now ya dem some play Deba Mami Kalini nearly and come or Troses Spalletti Luciano Spalletti or Bajuma and some team no na ninina no or Troses manager no or convinced as a manager no lebetime ya Juma be manager no nam no on a right path or Bajuma kama and some the team no say pressure and some no no jiri se coach no e wa nemo betina bo atem the team na ya de and some pi adeba challenges ne doso no jiri se coach no betima ya Juma kama and no report for Deba de and some pi no and some Deba and Napoli Kevin De Bruyne as go de team no na Napoli game na annual players no omo bomaden pa Scott McTominay omina and some na bomaden at 20 na Napoli game woman Cremonense and de eboni match as we say 4-0 na say game no Kevin De Bruyne dia to da say nani ajepa I say ne wono so natimi abomaden atwat na wo musa ne say unim say your 100th goal and one say and so wono kwa woni mo na 100 goal dia na ni anje eso otimi de ball no and so na ba do this level and no Kevin De Bruyne and koma wono and so na dia to da dey san komo ni nyina no and won some and so de man na pe e juma die so Scott McTominay was in a row and say one of the Odebo mfimfini na ono so feel comfortable say the player obetimi abonemom say o allow no amano kwa ni mu so adwuma no obetimi aye the important thing and say nra wo mo chi kan nanse ebo mo kan mako nan ama nu ama so ko kama ade emo mo na do ka nyina no enso na ne so mo hwa ni say league ne de wo mekoso na so ma fight no Scott McTominay enkoma wo de atudwado nsem ni nyina no enso ade bayan fancy na afam da famra 10:30 enya abona from metwaso na yemfa analysis emrene games awodo doso ewo ho yeba na afia
we will come back here and sit here the same place and criticize say coach na nya de but na assassin no
bibia nko ye beginning
ade we na ekoso no just 4 months ago
Carlos Mama insist from
4 months ago
Mama insist
4 months adwuma na woje no woje close to $100,000
every month
it's 4 months
back home staff
no eka
omun afini betu
se see me no kasa yi eke ba ko esa da okra Ghana for adwin shedan koso kra hotel obeda
na oda no na baby
Ghana for adwin shedan go
Ghana to mu no we mu
oba I see our hotel also enjoy kakra feel kakra now yeah be fine and
say ho yeso mu the FA technical directorate Edina former president de my say fama coaches no
yet groma
so na akwesi apia
yet groma
so mu do technical directorate
yes yet groma na kromo ya team FIFA brace kase mfanya football oko other
Saturday matches no doso and I feel some so ewo ho na New Madrid for the FZ deal Abelua as already FZ you know what I mean as you I say Madrid of late Abelua no
it's my fault
I said in your crowd
it's your fault
ultimate fix you
it's your fault
the man is not fixing the thing in fact we might do for no omunya coach
okay the man is not fixing it I say we have see it la a player bi wo korokona asebu be 2016 2017 more na no only obi na pre-position
okay
na nipa na only pre-position nipa na captain wo team no me wo team no
okay
ti me say interview ba ku bi na mbuzi say hey chairman I say position no also you know no so there be push
obushim no obushim ase no problem do betimi an oye na no maza
abelo ade obushim
na do betimi an oye no
obushim but Capo
serious
my yenche etie near started discussion over be the free buy na fa Abelo and Real Madrid. I think in a nutshell the actually said this season very likely say Real Madrid be coach trophies.
Of course, maybe I do there.
So yeah, the discussion about Abeloa. There's no way I am factor in the result here in the sacking of Xabi Alonso. And say omuhwehwe mu akoyi Abeloa de ne ye dey. E de ne buy. So Real Madrid coach. Capo. For me, I've always said one thing. Say Xabi Alonso adwuma na okoye or Real Madrid no. Oye bibi ba ko de chen ba ko. Dia no ye chen ba ko. I think say he tried coaching the team more than managing the players.
Okay.
Which to me, tactics are very important in world football as it stands now. By Capo, dream that you know, dream teams are coaching, dream environment, I'll find yourself in a man management is very important. Especially at a club like Real Madrid, where more individual players are their superstars.
Yeah.
You see, the other day, I know didn't come about Vicente Del Bosque. Abraham interview no busa na conference so manage Real Madrid Galacticos.
Yeah.
Let's not forget say on the time. Ana moko fa Luis Figo mu nyina de o mo bae. Vicente Del Bosque time. Ana moko fa Ronaldo de Lima. E de ne be pay so. So looking at how our manager Figo, Zinedine Zidane, Ronaldo de Lima, then you would understand say he's in the right position to discuss such matters.
Okay.
Now, omubusa Vicente Del Bosque say kwan ben of so no fire or the manage Real Madrid dinya results the free search players wo. I say omu sa o manage set superstar players are. One thing here say any kwan say who show too much weakness.
Okay.
And any kwan say who show mu say too much unim chen wo.
Okay.
So don't look like you are overly intelligent. More than them.
Okay.
And I saw nkyerɛ sɛ wo sin to bebrebo adwene ntiase so say without them no uni ho. So you need to strike the perfect balance of having a weakness by despite the fact so weakness no be kata so kakra. Then at the same time no so you kwan so more o madwene so you almost say wo de wo ni mo bia chen o mo awo na be control you. You see, in this era of coaches there are few coaches no more going into the context of doing such things. You're from more tactical freaks. They will love to have control over the dressing room, and while you play and they will let you know some are more intelligent than you.
Okay.
For example, there is Pep Guardiola. there's nobody within the team unless you are an exceptional player. Say be a born the abroad training tiasie so. Under Guardiola, the exceptional player we've seen, exceptional, in Guardiola's time, no Messi. Baby, our coaching from Barcelona to Bayern Munich to Man City to baby our the most exceptional player our coaching, no Messi. So with him, he might even coach him a little bit, but on coach to a certain extent, Man Messi, Felice or no Guardiola no dream channel.
Yeah.
But I think for other players, Guardiola be miaunfe no adane o si gina ha memfa ha unya ball na gina so 5 seconds then ho passing in this range menye ni say obey sa no mani na dey tell. Another one Luis Enrique.
Yeah. Nzonya stars pa.
Ono so the most exceptional player ono so abefa ne nsem Lionel Messi because ono so coach Barca MSN e dey omo je treble. But ono de ba ko abu ne pa na say onya front runner no nyina South Americans. Omo te omo ho ase.
Okay.
Language barrier ni ho. Culture nye new ma omo.
Yeah.
Omo nim baby omo free ba Uruguay, Brazil. South Argentina.
Na chemistry no ho.
Na chemistry. So there are certain players you don't overcoach them. There are certain players you try to coach. For Abelo, I think he has shown so much weakness. For Xabi Alonso, he's shown so much intelligence when him players.
Dina as a Xavi no chere say o soro chen boys no.
Alonso no chere say as a no
tactically.
And a born no abobida.
Yeah.
What did they mention as so maybe he thought he was too much intelligent than these players. And when Eduma Bono, then Abelo was by he's showing too much weakness. But in discussing of these coaches in and common a couple, Real Madrid problem no goes beyond who becomes the next manager of Real Madrid, because I believe that almost squad no here an upgrade in certain positions.
Okay.
For example, their right back, they will need somebody to compete Alexander Trent-Arnold so well.
Okay.
Oko center back. Untimi for one into Eda Militao so. Capo wasako pra. Eda Militao untimi ma Real Madrid 38 games to 45 games. There be Abra umpra.
Yeah.
There is trouble. It also occupied the neighbor. Rudiger koye said by. Pra kotena chenche by. But betima rely on Rudiger for 2 seasons babe.
David.
Raul Asensio Ibo a oboy pa and to betima rely on him. So on nembe Real Madrid center back.
The Real Madrid for error in the MZ. Emu ya titio.
For Omo J on say Omo J mi ensa no ho. Pepe, Ramos, Varane.
Yeah.
Omo era ne ko.
Yeah.
Ana Militao ni Rudiger mo bai. Ana mo so abegigi bi ye dey. Eko. Ana nei Dean Heinsen ne Raul Asensio mo so abetom.
Yeah, until omo fedi abo emu so na be take over.
But I think when we no taking over no, adwuma wo ho. Ana Militao ni Rudiger no so injury any
yeah.
And mo because for Militao is young. But Militao ntimi mawo fitness level.
Yeah.
Debbie couple. Militao ntimi fa sa de ne mawo. Rudiger age will gradually put him out of the team. Alaba every team numako. Couple what did they mention?
Yeah.
So they will need proper recruitment in the middle of the park at the defense.
The defense.
Oko left back Frank Garcia no on team more Real Madrid no for the long term. We heard from Marcelo to Frank Garcia, Benjamin Mendy, Gabnewa.
Yeah. Because Marcelo no boche.
So they will need even Marcelo Kramponipa no Tinechi. This Portuguese guy, Fabio Contrao.
Yeah. Control mine. Fabio Contrao. Yeah.
By any Avaro Carreras nebo. One a better Carreras echi.
Carreras no crime with him Bonnie.
Well, you're good. He has the potential to be one of the best left backs for Real Madrid in the next 2 or 3 years.
On your time.
Also, Afenoaba. You also who player obey the who glimpses of it.
Yeah.
Quite fast on the mentality of this year kind of aggression, the ability to pass so well. the drive, everything is really on point as a fullback.
Yeah.
But ohia time and experience to develop and get to a certain level. Capo, mube here almost somebody media achieve BB. Ombe here obi oha obebuano.
Okay.
Middle of the pack, there is Kamavinga, there is Bellingham, there is Adagula, there is Tchouameni. But I've always said Real Madrid will need a different profile as compared to their own. Then up front, they will need to find the perfect balance with their front three. Real Madrid, they are overly reliant on their left wing. In the time they are not checking Real Madrid heat mapper. Maybe a what tire she pani a left one.
Okay.
Because left one Vini or left one ankasa na uti muse Mbappe suit me drive here day. Foul. Left one album se Bellingham so any so ye day. So players that usually operate in the right half spaces, are few or Real Madrid.
Okay.
Federico Valverde. Then Alexander Trent Arnold. No be fasa side no.
Yeah.
Odu Rodrigo Boa and Oboboni ye Ochinano Ayera. And I think Franco Mastantuano has turned out to be a player only ready to play at the top level for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
So Endrick Akolone was a Franco Mastantuano Sukulun.
Onkomra. Gone so the any Mastantuano the hype on around him no.
On TV Levy. So
expectation.
Say Endrick no Akolona.
That's what Modeno so.
I was a Franco Mastantuano Sukulun. That means Real Madrid will need to find the perfect balance with the right wing. On right wing, Fiso Musisu, who say a left-footed player in recent times, but Real Madrid right wing. Most of the clubs in the world now are more dominating and also more short. So there is Lamine Yamal for Barcelona. On the other hand side, there is Michael Olise for Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Paris Saint-Germain, there's Ousmane Dembele, and there's also Desire Doué.
Yeah.
Pure wingers.
Sure.
But Real Madrid still break with the right wing as to when the bebo and now Brahim Diaz or China. But typically Brahim Diaz is not a winger. Brahim Diaz successful days are with AC Milan. AC Milan days Nana Brahim Diaz but not or more as a right winger, not more as a central attacking midfielder, the number 10.
Okay.
Oh, AC Milan.
Favorite
and the formation are not more bonny 4-2-3-1. It will know as the sole number 10, no. The creativity of team in the shoulders. And the responsibility to do better now as a good shoulders.
Okay.
But Real Madrid is totally different. You don't get to play the number 10 position as a central attacking midfielder because you are Jude Bellingham or you are Adagula and you are not the center of attraction when it comes to creativity. You are more through you every other time. And the pressure that comes with it, is totally different. Okay. So Real Madrid will need to find a proper right winger.
Wow.
Maha Endrick kakra bi wo Lyon. Enye de bia na Endrick bonai. Endrick abo free 7 ho ababi. Na mahuni mo ne bo free 7 wo so ba. Etie. So Real Madrid should vary their options in as much as Abeloa is not doing the right job and getting the right place. And now they are on performance in the latter stages of the game. She go be concede. Look at the number of chances even Alaves before playing Real Betis. Alaves chances be created at Real Madrid na me kram ye machine. You see, the mark of a good team, and Chelsea with their ball now, you create chance in Tiao, but it should be limited. Remember, this the real amount for creative chances, the Tiao mono. Even games where they are winning, the number of chances are opponents. A creativity Real Madrid no, they will need to find a solution. And come on for critical and come more Real Madrid than more for the sushi baby. Can I because a baby basa dini? Yeah. Yemo game new na 5-3. Yemo game new na 6-2. But these Real Madrid players are also not scoring. Can the word is outscoring or more opponent to get results and disappointing. And I say they are in a good form no. Almost season almost say they've been a failure. Of course, because we team more Real Madrid and trophyless, and it is worrying. Some more era and I'm about Real Madrid are 2 consistent seasons after Casemiro, Muni, Luka Modric, Mobeye, in the Chikoye, Omabeto, so 2 consecutive seasons. Shame.
Serious. 10 league games conceding 10 goals in a row.
And for Kylian Mbappe,
it's very bad.
But for Kylian Mbappe, it doesn't send a proper goodwill message about him. Yentien komo we ni men can't say Kylian Mbappe nyade. Ana men can't say Kylian Mbappe na the reason why Real Madrid struggle. Ma outline the reasons why Real Madrid struggle, which I believe say almost squad planning no and shut down koye they will need certain additions. Masano when din koma catch say coaches no ma point you so ye problematic. Men can say Mbappe and I call Real Madrid problem akoso but many won nkomo we say it doesn't send a good message about Mbappe to the outside world, especially when the Padoro na jitu me say oh free Paris Saint-Germain no I'm a team letting me a fan into my pie there Efra and Karim Benzema akoye interview okoye interview no so oh Paris Saint-Germain team no boss team boss team baba na be Real Madrid team na aso mo bot say an individual bi am bo team ni
and you true
aso bia the official po bia pe bia na oye dey oye by Capo yentie nkomo ni ye ene ba bia nkomo ni betimi affect Kylian Mbappe
then anya no credit Benzema can wo Madrid game any ho ya
Madrid animu ho de no oblemu Mbappe nko you are being wrong. The selfishness no ye between all other players who are front who wants to be the king in the team. What did they mention as no? Obi a person try the bobre say what tie Benzema din a or say every single one of them wants to show off.
Okay.
Mbappe wants to show off. Vinicius wants to show off. Semina mini.
Asemo. It will compare.
So there is more individualism in Real Madrid more than
being a teamwork.
Men am here say. So somebody drew my attention to a game against Bayern Munich.
Yeah. And
I rewatched it again. Game near chance here the panel very coordinated press, coordinated chances creation, coordinated understanding. Capo na nyome koye de ma wo. E be 3-2 no. Na afia dani individualism.
Obi a bone de.
So obi a person hye ne ka so ne ma Real Madrid qualify.
Okay. Obi a pesa fans.
Munyam no.
Mbappe ana Vini.
We are not beje fans.
Real Madrid so games ayana etado mu qualify to the next stage. They are free players no from nowhere. Rodrigo Numbi, Federico Gonzalez no from nowhere. We na no mu anim na anim say we me super na go beat na team na say no mo tan show off our bigger level.
And for these games Rodrigo no suni ho.
Until now we no more be say okay, let's do the work.
Nipa ba ko phone team fa. So look at how Real Madrid were pressing. She said they're not more pressing. And look at quite fast my go ni by first go ni by.
Wow.
Afi a year 3-2 ni wie no. Kaish obi a pese.
It's a game we so from nowhere Adagula na yen senche.
What you say? Afi ni wie ya obi a pese. So obi a pese say ka say no Capo. And I think Real Madrid omo adwuma the next manager that will be at Real Madrid. You see, and I'm a good to say Jose Mourinho akokochi in Tabla. Na me tell you story no. So akokochi is not the right person here. So who is the right person now to coach Real Madrid?
Jose Mourinho in the era na dem so we.
The era na we so why era na was because they might try modern coaches no more team aya there no. Amfa.
Team is your experienced coach.
What you say?
Yeah.
And I'm try modern coaches no by no Jamie and Sato aso no say adwuma no ntimi nya bi na mo sa call back to an experienced manager in Calancho.
And what the settle.
And no say settle ni o ma.
The MZ mu here factory settle.
What you make sure. So I'm asking a lot of questions as to who they can get to come and coach. You see, De La Fuente wouldn't be bad for them.
Okay.
For the Spanish national team, the head coach, De La Fuente wouldn't be bad. Who is De La Fuente? Now, because Jose Mourinho era crack over, you can be looking at coaches beat say Jurgen Klopp, which difficult. Klopp also share the state of the Real Madrid politics with players. Ne would team and it's all bad. You may be affecting him.
Yeah.
Or no so be share no monitor. No, I so be team at net in your man. Who you are only the free one man. Then you look within the terrain do any to twice I know say, hey, one beam na beti menya na ba in the dressing room beti ma betu to your mama your beti me akoye dia mai. So there are a lot of things that is going on there. So Didier Deschamps will also not be bad.
Yeah.
Because Deschamps is a coach in the French national team, the superstars within the French national team. Or the bought the final of the World Cup at twice 2 consecutive times. Definitely I want to beti me raise another antoka because so from the angle say Mbappe huni pa na eba.
Yeah.
Brazil contingent in a war. Dressing room so
but why shouldn't you consider Zidane? Zidane is off
Zidane coach for the French national team.
So
very difficult Capo. very difficult to go and see Danny Sambe because Danny Dobeye Wahano Wayeri Edeko. But I think even with their squad planning in the dressing room, somebody like Luka Modric should have been forced to stay or considered to stay, convinced to stay. Because Saadi no Mujina Park and so Checheno. Oh, be to say Luka Modric or dressing room, you dare not. Now Cedro Ramos or dressing room, now you dare not. You dare. Celo and Cedro Ramos had to understand Real Madrid and penny for no more. Ramos bar Real Madrid no but two. Capo no a right back.
Yeah.
And that's Tedia Bonhomonia bedrew certain ranks, and when he speaks in the dressing room, there is weight. Cavayal ewo hoba maybe someone say Cavayal weight it is saying in front of these boys.
Yeah.
What did they mention? Sometimes it matters too. Cavayal boot him now, but the weight it is saying in front of Obi to say Vinicius in Mbappe.
Yeah.
Issue question. At the end of the season, it's interesting to see what Real Madrid will do. Capo, there's a beautiful story in the French League A. And I think Miobia, Minimsa Paris Saint-Germain will find a way to win the league. But could this be the year for RC Lens? I'm not sure we game against Brest. Now, Capo, the last time who saw me performing at this level was in the 2022-2023 season. Omuba so close to winning the Ligue 1. And Paris Saint-Germain therefore ya fetchira bebo mo fi beje trophy di different mo nsem. Sekou Fofana.
Yeah.
Abdul Salis. Lois Openda. Brian Samba. Treback of Kevin Danso. Facundo Medina. Capo. What a team na RC Lens won that year. You real season now Lois Openda goals are washing. And then we are seeing you be because oh Lois Openda waha, Lois Openda back. So fast forward, and then me who say who have a national team no more born heavy. Salis enjoy all of these things, and it was because of the former Omunya or RC Lens that season in 2022-2023.
Yeah.
I'm on the top second. Now Omo reset team no masa rebuild the no maba. Now led by LI. You look at Team Ekutomu saying the kind of results they are getting now. Capo, I think Paris Saint-Germain the crowd postponing more games maybe Kenya Saka Soshaba.
Wow.
Does the French league deserve a new league winner? Yes, I believe they deserve a new league winner. Capo, you see the integrity of the league and a lot of things sometimes, and I think for Paris Saint-Germain and Kasate Omuwasi say league ni je no kromo je kra na en sheda nya bibia
emfa mo because
they want to do the Champions League back to back.
Double no mo hwe Champions League.
Also mo head back to back because in the history of the Champions League since here be no the UEFA Champions League 1992-93 only Real Madrid na team age trophy back to back. No kwanya back to back.
Yeah. Luis Enrique
wants to put himself in that position.
Yeah, is a league table now, so as you.
Because Paris Saint-Germain was 66 points.
Yeah.
And RC Lens was 63. But Paris Saint-Germain was one game in hand. There was on the
yeah.
Also, mo postpone or mo game bia. Now also mo RC Lens na ebo.
Yeah, our Champions League no mo postpone.
It is a game between Paris Saint-Germain and RC Lens.
When you say league, na say after last my last game so.
Aye.
They will meet, these two teams will meet before
last encounter
or league in him.
And it's
and
the dynamics of these two teams and baby free banner. You see the budget of RC Lens, the budget of Paris Saint-Germain, the budget of Olympique Marseille, the budget of Olympique Lyonnais, the kind of players who Olympique Lyonnais, the kind of players who Monaco, the kind of players are Olympique Marseille. It makes you understand and appreciate the kind of job RC Lens this year in terms of the French league. Brilliant performance, brilliant. And I want to see how our season end. Now to the weekend games na Capo any discussion way because you see anokunumu ya yedin e dia teams bi and the psychological aspect of the season no esa so adu ho wa pray for league ni bibia na wo se kire wa ha na Capo Koko Hemudin, Barcelona will have an opportunity to extend the lead into 11 points. 11 points. Yeah. Now, Omusha Bordelas Hatefi in the Spanish La Liga this season. Top 3 teams are conceding lesser goals. Hatefi find themselves there. Okay. On the league table, and then Hatefi also 6th. Are all pre for European sport. So you look at the number of goals they've conceded, the quality of football they've played, not in terms of attacking, because so people attacking football not pre-prior, so yeah. So be defending not a very decent a tiger channel say we dear or ya no apake bass into ball no kranya kono. Yeah. Obi obeka sa asem no be ya dream because any football here boy is all about goals. Because boy here born say bonus goals and bad 18 and 90 minutes. 18 America for never catch us say ball basketball omo de omo pe crampo chen soccer. Sure. 18 was say member 22 Kojina Park so mbo ball riba ko kran shegu. But basketball there we are there. You bring your basket bebre 30 seconds you be to back come here dey but you look at team say Getafe. If Barcelona scores Getafe ne Capo league Barcelona Nigeria because and Barcelona fans will even appreciate this resource more than omu games on one subsequently because Getafe team we no assistant this season almost shedding
very difficult team
and number of Barcelona bobo ni nyina. In the absence of Lamine Yamal, Ronnie Badji, Robert Lewandowski, Ferran Torres, Fermin Lopez, Marcus Rashford, somebody will need to unlock the defense of Getafe. I also beat me this Sinebo, Kasedebi, and then the defense where they also beat me BM. Because that is really going to be the most difficult part of the kind of football metimi abon nyame adomene and on mutimi silly resource na psychologically no on betimi abre nyoma bi ase kakra relax players ne kakra is a World Cup season Capo players ni bi so on ma competition ni be tight na drum bi a dodo na betimi atwetwe omunan it will bono atwene na agina nchen kakra obono atwene na agina nchen kakra and I think it is important for Barcelona to prioritize in the last few games between the two sides. Barcelona 3-0 Getafe Barcelona 1-1 Barcelona 1-0 Barcelona 4-0 Getafe Barcelona goalless away games na Getafe any Barcelona aboni nyina na Barcelona ain't me share the last time Barcelona 2 kwan ko share Getafe wa away na 2019 Barcelona ko share by 2-0. Wow. Junior Firpo and Luis Suarez.
The Barca or Jumaye.
A few Robano, away games from Abotia Barcelona ni. Getafe 1-0, 2020, 2021. Barca bo home games 2 twice against Getafe. So 21-22 season no. Getafe share omubo goalless. 23 Getafe goalless. 24 Getafe 1-1. That means Barcelona could be a draw pie. And this time around, tricky game. And this time around, looking at their resource, Capo, you show how they've performed at home this season. Getafe at home, 2-0 against Bilbao, 2-0 against Betis, Olusu 1-0 against Sevilla, 2-1 against Villarreal, and on a Celta Vigo goalless in the last 5 games. Barcelona in their last 5 games away. Wakosha Atletico Madrid 2-1. Wakosha Atletico Madrid 2-1 BM. Only Newcastle about 1-1. Washa Bilbao 1-0 and Walusu to Girona by 2-1. Wow. Now check the table in terms of the home table. Getafe etos of 14th out of 15 games okuta 21 points. Okay. Barcelona check the away table out of 15 games okuta 31 points. One of the best away teams. But her Barcelona goals and conceded no more conceded. Almost 33 goals are conceded 21 away. Almost conceded away. But Barcelona share 52 goals are conceded 9.
The home records ne away ni the enya kra. No more boy the best away teams so. One of the best home teams. The home teams here. Almost away to best home team.
Best defense. One of the best defense. Because check table now. Teams are conceded less this season. League in Barcelona conceded 30 goals. Real Madrid are conceded 31. The next team were conceded less. Getafe were conceded 32.
Okay.
That means Barcelona, Real Madrid are the next best defense in the Spanish La Liga. Getafe.
Good.
Barcelona had the opportunity so betrim. No matter, but I believe, and because I game we are Mahatefe handicap 2 goals. I don't think Barcelona will beat them like 3 or 4 due to a more defensive record. No?
Yeah.
And the last time Barcelona took I show more La Liga mu 2019 no. Ubeti me I ran a handicap 2.
Okay.
And I'm who story be na me say wo Diego Simeone was so be shepa. Weekend no more boy Atletico Bilbao. Weekend we.
Yeah.
Omo boy
Bilbao.
Atletico Bilbao. I've already shared a beautiful story of how Bilbao ne Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
But at distance, no, I said attitude. So you look at their colors, you look at everything. The difference is almost short. No, we see a kind of necessary because nipa na hotel Bilbao no. Added the motivation of Atletico Madrid and a cowboy. Mama the hotel Bilbao no. Bilbao di bejina ne naso.
So
Akrafomio, so the Jesse colors. But the time I can ask them there say, and now there were reportages in England. They say, João Gomez, the boy who wanted for 8, brilliant footballer.
Yeah.
Now let's come out with the A way up. Somebody signing the Nako. And I'm Busam say, Diego Simeone, her signings are all ye. Mao Solot, near Mao Alvarez, near Mao Baina, near Mao Nico Gonzalez, near Mao Dimola Lukum. Just hold on, boy. He's enjoying the level of spending. To say Barcelona coaches, to say Real Madrid coaches, to say trophies be next season.
No fan on channel.
Capo.
Or Jugu.
Or fan on channel. He has really enjoyed the luxury of some of these things. And I think against Bilbao, the biggest thing for him to do today is to try and earn a certain level of reputation in terms of the results and the The league table and the results recently in the league, and you're encouraging at all. Capo, o check Atletico Madrid, or more results in the last 7 to 8 games. The last 10 games. So the last 10 games, Oba Kayama Mewaha. Omuni Elche the ball and say Elche shall almost say 3-2.
Okay.
I'm money Real Sociedad the ball Copa del Rey final. I'm a ball draw. As a Lusu in the penalty shootout.
Yeah.
I'm only 2 games in number 1.
Yeah.
I'm a mobile number Barcelona or Champions League. No Lusu say 2-1. I'm Lusu say no.
3.
I'm a Mosaba Barcelona ne BM. Bamuba ball Sevilla and San Omokobo Barcelona. Sevilla Eshomu 2-1. That means I'm Lusu say 4. I'm a mobile Barcelona by 2-0.
Okay.
That means out of 5 games we really say
1.
I'm Lusu say
4.
Yentuaso. I'm a Barcelona now say the 2-1 BM. We lose say
5.
I'm on Sabe Lusu to Real Madrid by 3-2. We lose say
6.
I'm on Sabe Lusu to Tottenham Hotspur by 3-2. We lose say
7.
I'm on share 1-0 Tia Hetafe 5-2 against Tottenham. So in the last 10 games, we're really 3. I lose 7.
And you cry. Say no Mbusano. Oh La Liga and say as a La Liga and ni honsa.
And then he has been this. You see, me and Shen the quote. Diego Simeone will fail this season because per squad ne kutana crown on was anke toso 3rd.
For sure, see you Madrid near you Barca. The next will be Atletico Madrid.
Squad ne kutana. Any experience, no. But the name Villarreal the Dani Pareo, Papi Gueye, Thomas Tepate. Not Villarreal top scorer. Any more top striker, Solot. Tell
Solot from
the Tom's can use Solot in the field. The same Villarreal, now one of their best creators within the team, Alex Baina. And I also call Villarreal one Alex Baina and the day. In La Liga, you get top 5 defensive midfielders and a Cardoso that are not Robertis. I'm say he's Kakofa Cardoso the near day.
By Omuninazu Omo compete or 3-4 position no.
Diego Simeone in common. Diego Simeone in common. You can't.
What's that? When you know why is still with him in your radio, coach. As a
so it is not surprising to say. I'm going to say the question no press conference there. You see, sometimes Capo me believe he say. Yeah, man, no more casting me says Obi or Papa no how no.
Yeah.
I think this is the perfect example of it. Say Obi or Papa no how. Because I don't think in the history of Atletico Madrid any coach no ababe stabilize team this said Papa we ababe team no.
Yeah.
Capo, face or bad team no. Men kind the last time or the Atletico Madrid appear outside the top 4 of the Spanish La Liga. In the last few years, those days and Valencia and the Deportivo La Corona mo a competing Real Madrid and Barcelona mo for the league title now. He is the one who changed that fortune. Oba, who the number of titles he has won when it comes to the Europa League. Yeah, what Champions League final mienu. Omuji to me say team no share no you can be the custodian of the Champions League which is true.
Real Madrid.
Because Liverpool could be 2. How many times Anna Real Madrid lose Champions League final?
Okay.
Oba in the league no Oba be saying, Capo, he has tried. He has done well. He has done his best. Nemum. Insuan kasache what we mo yede. Ejihwa.
Watch it.
I think he has done his part.
Adwuma de why bi why adwuma pa but I think say omu here bibi now once why adwuma na
something needs to give within the team. Something needs to give,
sure.
Because say Andrew better record hoko now Andrew better with us now. Something needs to give because I don't think omo bad players who Lenormand,
yeah, good idea.
Hanko, Molina, Capo, or Muni bad players.
All squad. Consistency about no goalkeeping department.
Wankasaba Guiano Simeone, the quality they have. Omako Atlanta Kofa Muso, Edina Abreu. Abreu first choice goalkeeper, Oblak, Wakopra. Something needs to give.
So Emza feed
Wontumi ani bibia.
Yeah, they are. Emza ombe probi obitimi achi trophy among.
Capo bibia nchire. Because we're signing some more plans. Bibia nchire. I don't know why he needs to build a team to catch up again.
Because we're building
the last one of building a Dragu.
No say shishe.
And we know shishe for floor. Because they are building a Dragu and a Kabako penny womb cookie.
Yeah.
And there is also Santiago Jimenez. But Santiago Jimenez is not a full part of this setup.
Yeah.
Because also about building other two round one.
Yeah. One fan more
abesinko. I'm what done in Sano. I'm not for fraud on my day. Abba. It way more and to a Griezmann musu free matter. Yeah. It is season when you're not Griezmann so your day. No, I feel any Alvarez, Solot, Baina.
You're Barcelona into the La Liga. I was a Barcelona you.
Champions League final 2-1 year Real Madrid.
What go bad
Real Sociedad the team way. What is their budget?
Good Jasa, what's up?
Robert is Real Sociedad. Omo budget here say. Omo you local boys na, omo fifi omo academy na, basketball boys na omo de omo bo team no. Omo kroma tonton bia omo zubi me di kroma jano kwan.
Very, very bad.
Diego Simeone pidem.
And more than one of them.
But I think for today, maybe come one match is a take money handicap.
Yeah. So
catch us money handicap 2.
Atletico
Madrid ne Atletico Bilbao. Bilbao over 0.5 so be go etia. Atletico
Madrid, okay.
Almost extremely impressive this season.
Bilbao for
in the league. And the last few results has been questionable also. And I think say Samri no, my mention idea about in Komona Yedina. Teams need show more relegation and some more prepositions need be careful kakra. So I think for Bilbao they will get a goal against Atletico Madrid. Because Atletico Madrid no Sambi no mbesa atena say ho Diego Simeone be your bia be twen. Omuhia Arsenal back akodi agu. Si enim no.
For ndie. Enchekra no e wodi akwo.
Enchekra no de akwo. Team out 2 games. Okay. Now from the Spanish La Liga, I think another discussion will be made in the Italian Serie A where there will be AC Milan Juventus to play. Now, Omo both for the Champions League spot. And now what a result Napoli by 4-0 against Cremonense. Yeah. But Antonio Conte discussed here same ceremony. You see, Odosana to Adapa. Capo. ewiase ankasa na na to de bia metena se dwen ho bebra na menti ase se odofo pa betima ba be watamfo pa. Don't underestimate the rate at which somebody you really love can become your bitterest enemy.
Yeah.
What you see? Sure. But a thin line. A to the be a the betima masan your man wa avoid the emotional intelligence and mumi no betimi apply. Capo mantiase ni odonya adwuma. Eno no kredi. Capo what they mention as enya adwuma. Sabi ewu nuano no. Wa na abefum no. Enye obi a na be dey. But I think for Romelu Lukaku and Antonio Conte, it is surprising for Conte to come out and Conte say, okay, fine. Oh Lukaku, what in your prakwaba? Oh baya, memory office in ye. Also, Nama want to me and Tremukra and Kanchemes. I'm a Bobby Plum say, Senior.
Oh, God, Papa, no.
Lukaku, see only the most. Look at how he fought tooth and nail to sign Romelu Lukaku to Napoli.
That is almost 2 months. Lukaku no only coaching or man.
What did I mention as no?
The way idiot.
Or fighting tooth and nail to take Romelu Lukaku to Napoli. At Inter Milan, she odo onya between or no and Lukaku mo. And ne onu Lukaku ntem no.
And you cry. Lukaku
I think it stems from the decision that I think Lukaku was to be fit for the World Cup. Lukaku person about the World Cup because literally this could be his last World Cup.
Yeah.
Or no, Kevin De Bruyne, a lot of players I'm mentioned with this way bit my last World Cup. Yeah. Lukaku na the Belgium all-time top scorer. Love to cap it up with the World Cup and finish it well. But o check the Champions League places in the Italian Serie A. Serie A no the win na Napoli nyana enwa no put you in a stronger position to qualify.
Okay.
Now o check here there is going to be games between Bologna and Roma. Como ebe kwa way because they say Como no so in discussion when it comes to the Italian Serie A Capo. Yeah. Inter Milan this weekend on Torino. Or Torino Inter Milan Agi League na no. Because the points gap between Inter Milan and Napoli with a game in hand 9 points.
9 points, yeah.
Now Osha they are 12 no, that means we'll be about 34 back 4 matches, which is exactly the 12
points, yeah.
Meaning it's a goal difference will have to strike.
Yeah.
Now in Italian Serie A omu goal difference. Italian Serie A na nke head to head. Ana na say commercial mbra na beto wonu say see league no. Na say afenimi onu nyina with the same points ah. Ya be mo makobo playoff no near the yinipa obeji the Italian Serie A. So in the Italian Serie A goes head to head in Yaduma.
Okay.
Head to head ankasa between the two teams in the meeting times of Moshiana and Yaduma. It is a two teams a tie over the Italian Serie A amwa omukobo playoff to decide who wins the Italian Serie A. Okay. So literally ometimi biemu by 12 points na but o checking numbers na obohu ni say e ade a enya realistic league no ma de omaje unless say omo share man be do 12 points na omo next game omo bono omo nya draw kra na everything shows say omo betimi qualify especially when Napoli will also lose in that particular fixture. Now o check where baby Inter Milan their star is better because omo say no omo na ba ku si trophy no akase ba ko ne ba ko kan no omo sama som na peja dia akosoro na se no ano no Napoli baby omo gina ne ye but omo nyina ye bebrebe say bro adwene ntia so between Napoli otoso second any Como otoso fit points gap no ejina 58-69 couple meaning say 11 points between the two of them. Now there's also 4 games to go. I think o check statistically obeka ne say Napoli en shede nyina ye but I think me share the way Napoli form net here Como bo setting away games 11 points there. I don't think say Como and I say Napoli is going to miss out on the UEFA Champions League place because this one only movie ba fit and Sana want to me Champions League next season. But everything clearly shows say baby Ojina no obe qualify for Champions League. Now no about show bit say AC Milan, Juventus and Como. AC Milan 66, Juventus 63, Como 58, Roma 58. The points gap that's see Como enemy port also third on the league and you 8 points. Realistically, omo catch up.
Yeah.
Weekend way AC Milan and Juventus nebo. Now AC Milan supporters ni ko kwa pa omobu ofu. Say Allegri born na obo no mani nyen wo. because players ekuta AC Milan na was Allegri timi bon homo de no timi de J Serie A no wantimi anye top four so I was struggle and the recent performances the money here time crane say omuko se omu formation omu from 3 back to 4 back against Udine and Udine show omu by 4-0 and omu say call back to 3 back it omu call back to 3 back no omu call away ko share by 1-0 against Verona.
Yeah.
And I'm for guy said there be now Verona e born akose Verona one Verona team ya every
obi ehebie
wo de okoya wakwa fa draw 1-0 na ade dey odeba. So there is pressure on Allegri to secure a Champions League football for AC Milan next season. Financially also mutimi qualify for the Champions League to have a slot. Capo, check it in the last few games between the two sides. AC Milan, almost results in the last 5 games company before that. Oshe Verona 1-0, Udine 3-0, Nenya 4-0, Napoli 1-0, Torino Oshe 3-2, and Lazio Sushen by 1-0. So in the last 5 games, they've won 2 and they've lost 3. As compared to Juventus, they are unbeaten in their last 5 games. Juventus any Akoshe Udine 1-0, only Sassuolo about 1-1. Wakoshe Genoa 2-0. Wakoshe Atlanta 1-0. And Wakoshe Bologna 2-0. So look at Enkofa Wakoshe Omo. Yeah. Wakoshe Atlanta 1 concede. Wakoshe Bologna 1 concede. Wakoshe Genoa 1 concede. Wakoshe Udine 1 concede. And Sassuolo on the ball 1-1. So in the last 5 games, Juventus has a 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 goals are conceded 1.
Form near. Near Milan forward Juma. Easy forward my check it
on the home table. AC Milan also 7th out of 16 games. Capo almost 31 points. Almost 22 goals if you conceded 16.
Mushamu conceded.
They are only 6 goals better at home.
Echirenye.
Fikayo Tomori Mone
score them.
And Pavlovic Mo. Juventus here the 5th best away side in the Serie A. She 23 goals are conceded 16. Out of the 16 games, Ekuta 27 points.
The Juve be amomo. Marahu.
Itemo kunumu ya den. Pa.
Be amomo.
Mama Juve open the safer.
Yeah.
It's as somebody come out 2 games. So third one year. You be we intend to see until join young consuning common. Ma Juve open the safer. Ma Juve handicap 2 goals.
Okay.
Say AC Milan be shene krana. AC Milan intimidation 2-0.
Oh, okay.
Because Kalilu Majumane got him Majumano Mobo Chiro. 5 games in your concede 1 goal. Almost shedding.
Okay.
And Obetima goalless. Until I'm so open safer. Obetima ko handicap 2 goals.
Handicap 2 goals.
Handicap 2 goals for Juventus.
Okay.
Open riskier. Obetima ko double chance home or away. So because on my last games na Cap Roma. Okay. Roma form in recent time. Kwa away. Makomo to win in that half. Como air fighting for Champions League place. Almost Shomako 61 points. Okay. The opportunity to close the gap between Juventus and AC Milan was through due to the fact that Mumi Yunu bought weekend way.
Yeah.
Mumi Yunu weekend way. They are very important. Now to the English Premier League. Mama, how many games? Mama 4. Mama Roma Diano. Mama 5 games.
5. Oh, okay.
Mama 5 games. Now here in the Premier League. Couple weekend where I'm paying bidra. There's the FA Cup and there's the Premier League. Now for the FA Cup, I think Manchester City in the last 5 seasons, me who team are appear in the semi-finals of the FA Cup more than them. Southampton are in for a tough task. Yeah. Guardiola episode the domestic treble. The Carabao Cup was the turning point for Manchester City after believing in themselves that this season Kanyoma Diego Enyeyi.
Sure.
But winning the Carabao Cup ignited a certain fire be within them. Said no, they can end the season by winning either the domestic treble or the domestic double. So City real season no a Carabao Cup, no a the FA Cup. We might term it as a failure for them due to Mankasa standards of setting in the league.
Yeah.
But yeah, and a couple OBG FA Cup and the Carabao Cup no as domestic trophies are. I don't think Obe terminal as failure den. Sanke school na ke marking schema. O Magic Carabao Cup na FA Cup na ke B+. Meboa.
Yeah.
omoche league in the canway A+ and ameboa Champions League in the crowd and there's a distinction.
Yeah.
It is said to believe he said this is the opportunity to close a lot of things against Southampton or Wembley. I think Southampton will try. Capo, they've been a very good team on the run. And in the last few games of Mabo, including games of Mabo in the championship, Capo, are it difficult for opponents to get results against them? They want to be back in the Premier League. Wouldn't you love to see Southampton in the Premier League again? Capo, Southampton will lead. And then Southampton toss a fourth or championship in him. Omukuta 76 points. Points gap between Omo and the Mowo. Mowo no toss 2. 4 points.
Okay.
But Omo were a game in hand because Mowo won about 45 games. In the championship, team be about 46 games. It a come 2 games. Omo automatic qualification.
Wow.
And Omo is out the FA Cup and so they know realistically that winning the FA Cup against Manchester City, it might even do a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah, bad cry.
But coming back into the league should be their priority. But I think City have enough missiles. Capo. City missiles na no day.
City
missiles. Ryan Sheik, money boys, the born no bonus is no. Missiles na no day. Head to head between both sides. Goalless 1-0 City, 4-1 City, 2-0 Southampton, Manchester City 4-0. In the last 5 encounters, 1 draw, 1 loss, and 3 wins for Manchester City.
Okay.
Difficult. I think City to win this game against Southampton. Itimamao and also the account. Then in the Premier League, Arsenal bebo Newcastle United. Wolves bebo Tottenham Hotspur. You see Tottenham Hotspur in 7 ya hunte. West Ham bebo Everton. You see and baby results now Nottingham Forest nya na no ani mi ni say Nottingham na de omo ho asiye. Leeds United results no kunya 1 point. Editia Bournemouth no HSO musu gina yesese. Now me check table ni din a nipo be survive league ni bia hia be 40 points.
Okay.
And see and Leeds United ne set me akabi.
Onya ne de no.
Nottingham Forest so anti me akane de. Because Leeds United were 40, there be Nottingham no 39.
Okay.
So Nottingham will lead or get it closer. Wolves score relegation away. So I'm imagining what Tottenham should do in their utmost best to get these results. But sad game will make over 1.5.
Okay.
Make over 1.5. Liverpool Crystal Palace. Over 1.5 in that particular game.
Okay.
Arsenal Newcastle United. Make or break for Arsenal. Maybe a season a drew no so share.
Share ko anim.
Because a goals and a bit differentiating between the two teams.
Two
goals. But Arsenal are the benefactor of the last 5 games between the two sides. Abraham win 3.
Okay.
And lose 2. Draw and time PO game wemo. The last 5 games, Arsenal 2-1, Arsenal 3-2, Arsenal 1-0. Newcastle 2-0, Newcastle 2-0. Capo. Arsenal would need to be at their best. Newcastle lose their last 4 games.
Okay.
7-2 against Barca. 2-1 against Sunderland. 2-1 against Crystal Palace. 2-1 against Bournemouth. Capo. Difficult. I think this is a game make both teams to score.
Both teams.
But I don't think Arsenal will bottle it again. I'm bottle because this Newcastle team doesn't look like a Newcastle team we've seen in the Premier League. Arsenal will feel. I say Bournemouth Arsenal will feel. Yes, I agree. But I think Arsenal will need to keep up the pace psychologically. These are the games because you see, City were 1 game in hand. They be a score and psychologically put yourself in position. Ebema City. Outstanding game ni biana ni yembe dey ebesheno because say when timi ansha Capo was any 70 City is our outstanding match Capo.
Whoa.
So it's important. So both teams to score you can choose that option.
Okay.
And also open the easy option can say Arsenal a bit me win this encounter. West Ham bet if you team Everton kakra. Everton team more hard but I think West Ham will try and get something to survive. Wolves the enemy come and go to BPM. Watching at Leeds United and Chelsea. My Leeds United over 0.5 go.
0.5.
My Leeds United so be go at Chelsea. I don't see how Chelsea will keep a clean sheet against Leeds United. For qualification, I think new manager, you know, these players will feel like they need to give something. They need to give something because Bibiache said, they will need to give something, and I think they will do that.
Okay. Well, when I say I am ready now, I am ready. So now in common now, Nana ya Benji say the only one who always get peeved off whenever I hear or see Ferran Torres in Barca squad. Okay, say penny mashekra. Martel Hudson say Alonso is better than Abeloa cry, and also Patrick Nako say watching the show live from Tema, New Town Hall annual monitor Jumedi, and so the free Terra Kwame temperature, and so say loud and clear. Show no a demo dome crossing. I will monitor Jumedi Eddie a free hot and then depa no air the fuel Eddie air bar. Okay, inti mumbre na. Yemet obata omre na yemehwe said matches no, and as this weekend quite no matches, but the latest about the Black Stars and preparation towards the Black World Cup and the backroom staff and some of the adults super na about say bibi aboko de. Oh penny bibi fine fine now so na me ado bibi aboko pa bibi fine say Felix no ho Felix no Felix no yes akonya nsembi oso de ba o se coaches bi now so go be Blasters adwuma no but almost say time this so enti me amma say coach o de yenhase so my Felix no na yenhwe na filler number 1 and say we kotoko support na team CCA ya coach abana menka say bia su ana twa dwadwo no dey so support musu on se saponu munsu most of the players are who are mu ewo kotokono most of them ebeko sa bazo mde fufuro beba nti da bia se ane be o zenie da bia se ane be o mu as a team there ya boss is where they are players o mbebe bia e wo mu sa e Ghana pe ana sa di we o Amono no be about 12 players o. O me get 13 players kwan out of 12. Just give me bro moto. That be otoyo. Ba oja season o boy no. Players do do say oja o kwan mo koye. Nne no so sa. Ba we ni amu as o mu. Ya ha no. O die last season kotokotoy almost 15 players. I stand to be corrected, almost 15 players. Ana kotokotoye ti afi so afi o meja bebre kwan leader of delegation baba ya obeko ade bedenti no oko onya ade performance ana performance so why say onya bi mo the lack of playing time to mu no madwin so mu man playing time oh obeko wan dia baba ya obeko on say bi ka ya beka players bebre once wa including Samba O'Neil se si am no ka say I go on for no so pe kwampoku as good for ai so mo qualifier o mo pe kwampoku o mo nyan qualify o mo dia ne aka dia makita bi o aka dia makita bi o mo fa kwampoku o must start ayi adwuma so ba ko no ayi ho senior man agadas o must start a young adwuma team ba go mba premiership o ma ha adwen excited o the Port City o mo go bi Port City for them o mo say o mo go Port City for them say o mo so pe akasifo no players akasifo no bi o ma just o mo call yes Manchester has ko o mo ye goalkeeper yi agbashi ko mo so mo fa agbashi ana mo sika ho na mba Kofi Jeje mamcha Kofi Jeje anope kakra o mu Kofi Jeje bi o communication director o qualifier no buni pasa senior man no anope wa mencha no member positive sense am no so They am called Black Stars. Black Stars now do we know?
Mami sa sem fan free the Black Galaxies akachi. Na yeni nkomo kakra enwa the Black Galaxies enso etimi training here. Ema bibia etimi eko kama. Na training na se no omu training na ana munya awo munya ye no enso etimi na se Ghana Football Association penny for ene koko PM enso to led by Kate Edwin Simon Okraku anafei openya ni din enso so ede Carlos Quiros wonom enso etimi eko bi enwachi na assistant coach senior ekoko PM enso etimi ewo Accra Sports Stadium ekoko ball na so many akwa abra team no enso etima training team no ana also etima shana mo me ba bia na coach tenem na sak na kase bi bat ye be fa ne sa ba bia coach tenem ye be fa ne sa coach ni omuba uba ba bia na coach tenem no mo observe na anyema bebre ana coach tenem jot down back ko Razak Simpson
o true ni di
bienu hiba jaw
o true ni di
o ma jot ni din down
Coach Carlos Quiros.
Yes, they were impressed with their.
You know to know
yes,
Razak Simpson.
Aye.
Anna.
Ribajaw.
Okay.
Me chim ko say no. Sena do mani ba ko na hu say did you paper no so den or center back. Alex Boache.
Alex Nzudi
yes. Salim Adams.
Mediama.
Yes. Because they say winning.
They say identify
yes. The money here. Oh, say your cousin, your local base players no, here chance for Black Stars name.
Okay.
Here chance. Oh, Black Stars proper. Now we sound go for you no. We say me no cousin say Black Stars number 1.
Benjamin Asare.
And you need team minute training.
Oi.
Benjamin Asare the personal training.
Ade wapra
o ye no personal training so keep fit eti Benji enko ye personal training
ade dia
on katimo
say team is na coach be hwe na ade ti no mu training na
on katimo em no training obi akwa Accra Sports Stadium bi dia don say Benji katimo goalkeepers nyansa na mu training ye no Benji was not part
em bia no wapra
o ye training so baby on former fitness coach training on guy
from baby crown and new coach abezo suspended
yes
training now bana coach
coach Carlos Quiros PM Accra Sports Stadium he wasn't part
okay what they call
now young Trosso na yaka coach no nsensem sa no e say coach no ahun say local base players no muni ball no ho
okay
ho muni ball omo friendly match and now no pay
coach ko hwe bi
yes and now no pay and I say about 1 o'clock the chanting babo Black Galaxies omo no babo match
okay
a friendly game omo say against out of Lions omo say about edit out of Lions etiano kakre fu makacheba na Ghana phone say be ka say mi say goalkeeper na your friend is it Zakaria of club and the FC Samates usa na Ghana for kan usa Ghana phone say omo jamba so say goalkeeper ni go ni down kwand was of friend
yeah
the Ghana for to be pa so man ujaf sa de no ye no anya de
what's to man
Kasimengo say akodana wan fa na nko no so ko fa no Zakaria of FC Samates because you say based on performance they free se si Ghana e league na bo no so ekuta most clean sheet tina Ghana for na abre pa na Capo Black Stars coach who sensem no wonim so panya fa no Piso Masmani wadi nkobo number 1 or say you be can be say Ghana from pen for a contact no and see you omo contact no na yentie say you see can asem say call for Ghana for fast wa omo contact no any sama or the tuja after yentie sama on so the tuja
there was a little bit of a talk. When I asked the office said there's a talk. But the talk doesn't mean. Sometimes talks are. Maybe we just want to have the 3 names, and then we're finding out of the 3 who we want. And if you want Carlos Quiros, you're gonna pay top dollar. We all know, right? Yes.
Why not for Peter Msimane? You're gonna pay top dollar.
Yeah, okay, but but there was never. You know what is concrete, Rob? Concrete is when the letter came to say, would like to have you, and can we have a conversation over this? A call from a Ghana official, for me, is not a really serious talk. And also the other thing is,
yes, and you or Timsa Ghana official bako and sweat me friend. Now you and your say, and then yeah, and then I have France, I never did Ghana blasters at Jubaya, not piece of also when there, Edientia, and what you say, time no, a brenna yadif an opposite of the man, and I'm sweat me sana. Ebia, Carlos Quiros and a person, and also 18 room walk up, and we don't also Coco Jedwan, no Sienchesama or the Tuja.
Because for whatever reason, and maybe Carlos says, why not? Let me go have fun. Let me go to the World Cup again, So it depends how you see it. If you ask me, it can be a little bit not too well for me to go for 3 or 4 games.
Is it limiting?
Yeah. What do you want to achieve? I mean,
because it looks like the structure of what they did for Carlos Quiros is that they've given him obviously those games and then given him an incentive structure that says if you qualify for knockout stage and you get to the semi-final, then we look at your long-term contract.
Carlos Quiros is a big coach, guys, let's be honest, and a very respectable coach. Maybe he feels, I've got nothing to lose, let me go.
Right. Piso, and so at you to Jado, some answer to them at here for your Guswana Sadin, some pound answer to media bar. Not my main front to jar, and I'm answering from your tear for Sassamanoka Sapena, your friend J. Sapo Sapiro. Now, Sapiro sweating Komaka. Why I say Ghana and Premier League na Bono, I say League na Bono, I am minion, you bought first one new year pet. First one now say a more day, second round media. Oh, that's the first one in the mouth. The second round also for Mamie. Sabi Papa anyway, league. Yeti Saba. A coach J. Sapo and so the 2 Brown Spotty FM for Dinkomo.
I've always been telling people that the Ghanaian league is placed only in the first round. Second round is anything that goes by. First round, you can see the beauty of Ghana football. When it goes the second round, when people push the strings, oh, you are my friend, I came to you, I scored 3-0. Now I'm battling relegation, let him beat you. Then you beat them. It doesn't go well in the second round.
Is that what happens?
It happens.
Have you?
Yes, I've been in the system for long. If you don't ask me this, if you don't come around and tell you about it, it happens. I don't know why it's happening now because I'm no more with them, but it has happened before.
So what do? Do they coerce the players not to play well?
Sometimes
do they leak tactics? I mean, how does that happen?
What happens is that, okay, you have come to see me for me to play soft. So you pay the losing bonus to my players. So when they lose, because they could have beaten you, take winning bonus.
So no answer to and Sanka Penino, when answer to media to John and Wati, and what such a miss on one cassa, and a call as a moja baby jet if you coco son and Sassay. Pejan said the senior call, no phone call school, and no call a cracker, no call assay, and Adiano as a headmistress per or Fano, as on Pessoa Far, and was yet Sama, or Penyani D, and the J. Sapo Sapiro, and Tuja.
Then Mrs. Late Masamaja, for instance. I saw it Bawe, so I put him back. I put him to Accra Academy.
And so you put him into Accra Academy?
Yeah, I took Asamoah from the house to Accra Academy.
Fantastic. Yes. We are hearing this for the first time.
So he knows he'll tell you. So I took him to Accra Academy. For Asamoah, my headmistress then, late Mrs. What do you call her? Oh, I forgot the name, right? You know, when you're going, you forget certain things. So she said she will not admit Asamoah.
Why?
In those days, there was this talk in town that when you went to school, the masters would collect money and push those boys into school, you know. And then I think Madam Mrs. Loco, late Mrs. Loco, thought I was also part of them. So he didn't want to admit. You know, they did a background search to see whether I collected money from the parents or something. They went and they were told, no, I'm not collecting anything. Still. So I said, okay, madam, if you don't admit Asamoah, I'll give you 1 month. I'll stay in the house for 1 month. If you don't change, I'll leave the school.
Did you believe in him that much?
Yes. Because what I saw about him, I knew this is a potential.
So the two that were saying, I could no believe answer 80 million. You don't send P and us 80 damn for Fayam Ramo. And so to a Diana FC, not any Komokakra. When we game, I'm a Kokobo Aditya football club and friend dreams of the summer Casa game. No, and then I say, send me brave. They say, issues be brave by. And so, dear Banner said, and Diana stars Bobo and Penny for so to my final. Simple, the attendant said, I know 10,000 and us 10,000 Ghana cities on a Monday Sobua. When also at me at their bomb. Tons almost your bomb now. The results 80 can say almost one almost say Sanya Mana almost supporters any officials when so to me no when we side na I know toto and Yama and some 80 banners I go Pamaso bra ebi as a decision be and so man koye and I'm so for mamuya na and I can create from but Diana FC ya find almost 10,000 Ghana cities are almost Aquacotia, among to channel sweat or Camadon pay, and I'm sweating at the other Jumadian so. Mamma, a dual Anquano, my friend, that dreams it. Oh, my no more. And already am I. Oh, my no more. Much win on official me and a minute. I'm press a video. You're born film. I don't know how to say, Omoda Verdi Taban. Verdi, I mean, you're born in few can say, Papa is on my ish, okay. I am here, Biana Star supporters, time I didn't come out. Said, you my own, almost okay. Yes. And we say, Omodi and Yamai, Omugu, so the infant is okay. It is our penetrated, Diana Stars team, no, Jamison's 8 cancer, no, I can from and sweat to Nabana, says Ram and sweat to Division 1 now. Yana Zone 3, do not qualify ever Premier League. Zone 1A, Zone 1B, a Kokobo playoff. WB United and Tamale City, a Mokobo playoff. Post City already are not qualified. Jeron and some 81 SNA, I have Dessa Division 1 now, Miami Como and sweat to Zone 2. Zone 2 on a wire. I say Zone 2 on a wire. Papa, say the table no city no the tense race no matches are ever suni.
Okay.
Ash Gold 04 Ebobo Sky FC Efie.
Okay.
Elmina Sharks and Park Academy Ebobo. Ebony Ebobo Soccer Intellectuals. Rose Park Ebobo 11 Wise. Seshi All Stars Ebobo Dwarfs.
Okay.
The dwarfs
the league table now.
Dabi dwarfs away.
Dwarfs be away.
Yes. Dwarfs toss you.
All points say.
Dwarfs 47 points. Ash Gold 04 55 points.
That means 8 points
difference.
And I how many games?
I got 4 games.
Which is 12 points.
12 points. Wow. The Betimasi. Yeah.
First time me china no pa no aba.
Oh, za.
Na aba ye dia kan.
Zone 1A
Zone 1 all the one man we.
It's Debibine Tamale City.
Omo kobo playoff.
Okay.
Zone 3 Post City.
Zone 3 Post City.
It's ha. And
Ash Gold 04.
And asem no.
Any dwarfs.
Yes.
And I say so Ash Gold 04 so no mukuta bana. Obatengo be na Ash Gold 04 kuta ban.
Omo kuta ban omo more boss.
Omo be kwai.
Okay.
Ezo mo Jeffries Park.
But we ni free boss de ne be kwai a on se san we.
So I don't know first no more no ba. Oh, did it? As we travel for Amana.
Number 7 who dwarfs fixtures now.
Okay.
Weekend the dwarfs a coin.
Dwarfs a course on this all stars the Kobo.
Now, as good as
I'm home against Sky FC.
As good for Weber. As good. A head to say. Ebusuan dwarfs. Over time, we have said Ebusuan dwarfs. Any opportunity ember the league in the movie because I think for how many years now in the league or Cape Coast? Ache pa. They were that close. No more bang.
So muba.
No more bang. No bang. See. Because I wish to see Dwarfs FC Sweden All Blacks the rivalry.
I
wish to see Vipers will league in the market Dwarfs and the Vipers. You will love to watch it. Say Elmina Sharks. League in the Moa. You will love to watch Elmina Sharks Ebusuan Dwarfs. But the name Sharks will lead Division 1. Vipers will Division 2 is the same. Dwarfs will Division 1.
So you keep close to football in Obafompa.
There was a time they're not me say they're not doing time and almost sustaining yourself in the league. That's why I said no more music. Nicholas Jan more time. Says no more for Alaji Mustafa Monesa boys. Not more for UCC boys. No more UCC. 2 years student are obodo after ni be money. I'm a Sharks super far the same strategy into the likes of Addington. No boys na e bani omo for be Addington cry bani omo jabo ne bushri so the Germany cry.
Okay.
Na Addington mo Sharks ni bi. As almost you students. No mo so bo bi the few the other. Eba. But then you see youngsters in the swap mo. Division 1. And I'm not me Cape Coast here, you know. Now the school no so UCC youngsters as a more personal team.
Okay.
The SRC wants to take hold of
school team
because the students never UCC youngsters. So the Students Representative Council no fun as part of almost responsibilities because they want to see them. So
and they're bad
because almost one nice pitch.
Huge
almost one nice pitch war UCC campus ni inside. I want to more games no. Maybe I'm more all African indoor games. No more handball. Nene. I currently team no more futsal. No. A more qualifiers.
Okay.
Oh, UCC outside or more the sporting center be or Bidia won't be. Basketball indoor kwa. And up the Chini say no more nice football pitch on my stance.
Okay.
Quality to say Bianca or Quada invested on my yearly go on with anyway on my bill. So that's what they play there. John Momo were EBM Robert Mensah.
Okay.
Omomo Hobium. Pseudo I don't remember the last time we played games in Pseudo. Asa. And a Cape Coast Stadium no crampa bear from Colano games no more. No. So I think it's interesting say Omuzono Emoya Shisa. But for Abdul Karim Zito, because who coach of the month.
Coach of the month coach of the month.
So Abdul Karim Zito, I think our levels and experience above other coaches no more zone to sort of better line. What did they mean? Somebody who has coached Kotoko or Kochi dreams of Marco semi-final of Africa. Was a Kochi under 20, the Marco under 20.
He's the right person to take you to cross the road.
The 10 line need to cross on. I think he's the right person. You need more than a tactical coach. You need someone who can manage squad and bring the best out of them. And I think that is what Zito acquired their more deba. I'll be happy to also see the Obuasi people and folks because after more issue you see Obuasi both your money so both your money so because I internalize any more issue never you know. And I think about time therefore you and a coffee assembly and a crew and no money as good we no more banners no about time therefore ya Kodi Biba
some you me back at you say
Kodi Biba
no
more qualifying the money age
no oh say Capo be story they say me story they say na
maybe any
yes so last game nkoko boy no gas be 10 and the floor boase e away
say more than morning
na otina Otena yam no kase. Bosses a beba the kwai no.
Match team na to.
Say match me no na Ashanti region tina.
Otena qualify omo.
Otena so sa.
Aka 4 matches, 12
points. 4 matches. There be what show 11 points.
11 points.
Aka 4 matches. Aka 4. Otena kan wa. Ombochina de you be ka 3. It is Otena de no mo sha. Depending, no matter the there was the best series ebia any crisis say informa we furnish am sa I don't go on the say almost such na na say draws elusua as good all for qualified in the league. And I think the Boise the facing every project is very important for them. And now our good companies are more interested in even sponsoring more clubs in share. Say only go stars for dim come no catch up for so munya free Africa no bo call ball few games in before Masante no ain't another JC anymore. You love it. More reasons in here mediama for then go fields. So at time $250,000 mediama say mediama Fambo League in Fanya Day and so now Boise will also have an opportunity. So okay, fine. Yes, you bet me bibia so mu de okọ Boise nje.
Oh, because Boise there.
The Toto Namo Stadium match.
Yeah, Koya Toto Namo Stadium.
Mami ya stadium ni chewa. Oye wo mutu anywhere yi wo.
Ono so nye ska chikaka.
Ana saba keso mbesu asu bi wo.
So ati ase.
Say Oboase de.
Oboase de se meya.
Business ni ade.
Ana ne kwan so nye difficult. When I think from Kumasi to Oboase few a big crack. But
what the 1 hour 15 to 1 hour 30 minutes.
So has as good. And that's what gives you try the TV so. The try ball was a camera friendly brutal.
Yeah.
The pitch, the quality, everything is right on point. So we'll have to see what Ashgood 04 formerly Bekwai Heroes who are now in the Ombeba League in the Omode Bebre. But at the Bibine Tamale City game no be pa.
Some of the quackra.
But not be beside me. One abu woman chair na upon abu Alex. Because Omon knock on the door 2 or 3 times. And I win be play off no. For 2 times no. Omon would deny Omon na Techima 11 wonders.
Yes.
Okay.
It's back with Techima 11 wonders be boy na out to you. Eddie no the bar league in him. And about no Techima 11 wonders in a qualifier. And we a third one and no. We need to Techima 11 one. Also Techima 11 one there's league in him that.
Yeah.
To Omono Moko. Debut. So in the absence of Techima 11 one there's not the BB. A team above forward
because Omo recruitment power.
But the BB. Yes. The trouble be a team the war. What the community it means to them. Anyway now Capo. Me should we are a BCT a call one clan honum combo because honorable Alex abre team we
wabre
Capo me chiro baby a team the war from in soccer to the BB. Capo kwanya ube twa e de duru ho kwanya ube twa e de duru ho
easy
players were fair
na okohe ade na omaye wo honom na betima catch you say oko other Premier League centers you can't even see some of these things.
David Presby Park.
Aye. Asemna no.
David Presby Park. Uduru honoma.
Quality.
Mami see Richard Intoja.
Ana Richard Intoja.
Intoja. Richard Intoja, yeah. Intoja na
Tamale City so after say omoko. Tamale City na my Richard Akposu. When it's hard boys.
Yeah.
Almost quiet no so almost praise on beba.
Okay.
Hey.
Wow.
The
we see weekend DDM say be there.
Yeah.
Big in about Division 1 be
stuff. Because transfer me say make my choir.
Ese okọ.
Because transfer choir be there.
Ese okọ.
Transfer me say make choir. Now ko confirm back ko Canada. Your friend Frank Ituga in Bella.
Ono fan.
Ono dia wa fa.
The obobo na na.
Baby or fan. Okay. Or friend in Bella. Now fashion in Agro Canada.
Bella.